Guys, it's time. It's time to finish this mod. Let's begin. Hello. It's your favorite paraplegic Master Chief. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you guys. Hope you didn't mind waiting for a later stream tonight. Apologies, I was very busy today, but I got good news. Today is very likely the final day. Oh, it's the final day, for real. Good. Good. No, it really is the final day. I was working on optimizing and fitting as much as I possibly could into the mod, and I think it's working. I think it's good. I'm pretty excited about it, actually. I want to show you guys how the mod's looking right now, how everything's looking for the most part, and then I think we can just get along to adding the final stuff to the Forge menu. I've literally spent all day cramming as much as I can into the map without overloading Halo 2, and I'm pretty much at the limit, and we should be able to get some more new stuff in the mod that wasn't in there, as well as a ton, and I mean a ton, of AI. So let's talk about it, and let's get into it! I completed a project I started in August, getting ready to... And I get a stream shortly after finishing? Hell yeah, Wyvern. You know what a slinkini is? No, but I have an imagination, and I can guess. Alright, let's delete that gaming chair. I'm deleting the gaming chair. Hi, by the way. Hold on, hold on. Hi. I'm here. Let's go. Alright, so, let me tell you a little bit about the mod and how we're going to finish it today. So, essentially, the mod is done. Alright, there's a couple little script things that I need to clean up so that the Forge menu doesn't have any bugs. There's like one bug, which is super easy to fix when scrolling up or down too far on the menu. And I'll add in some final fail-safes for that. Rotation's kind of mid, but yeah, better to have it than not to have it, I guess. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about this, man. I'm pretty excited. We're gonna literally finish the mod today. So, there are some changes I made to the map. I haven't imported all of them, but one thing I did was I added this little bunker over here to the side of the map. I don't think I did this on stream yesterday. I also increased the shadow quality of the entire beach, making it look good. And also, I fixed the water, dude. Look at this. The water looks nice now. It's got like a nice fade on the edge. It's got the waves working right. They kind of bounce off, and it looks very good, I think. I'm pretty happy with it. I also managed to fix the textures on the beach, you know, so it's a lot more, like, subtle when the map ends over here, which is very nice. All in all, it's pretty great. Yeah, true. Shout out to the Discord server. Come join if you want. There's all kinds of cool stuff, especially if you're a YouTube member. If you're a YouTube member and you're not in the server, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get in there. Anyway, the beach has become, like, my favorite area of this map. I like it a lot. I like the way that it kind of just connects in with the rest of the map. I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, that said, map is done. I think maybe I'll add something here, but I might just leave this as a semi-open space. Maybe I'll just throw like a 1 or 2 lights here and call it a day. But yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good. If I add some lights and stuff there, I'll probably do it after stream. Or how Zophie was asking for a harvester woman. I think, Demon, I think you may have been mistaken. I think Zophie was just asking for the harvester. Was Zophie asking for a harvester woman? I don't remember that. That is news to me, but, you know, I could be wrong. Alright, so I want to show you guys my to-do list. Speaking of which, I gotta add 2 things. Hold on. Add street, light, and lamp. Okay, there we go. We'll ignore my DMs then. You haven't even DM'd me. I was quick with it. Or wait, did you? Is that a... No, that's a scarab woman, I think. No, that is the harvester. Dude, what is Demon? Dude, what is this? Is what Demon does with his time, dude? Look at this. Bro drew an anime harvester woman. This is what he does with his time. He's like, what if? Hear me out, guys. What if the Halo vehicle you like was actually a hot girl, like a sci-fi robot girl, though? This is, you know what though? I respect it. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. Anyway, let me tell you guys what we're gonna do. So. First things first, alright? We can add the Gauss Warthog to the Forge list. Totally forgot to do that. That's free. All right, we can add the Heretic Banshee. That should also be totally free just to add in. Great. Street lights and lamps. Those are already on the map, so I got to add those to the Forge list. They're all over the place. And they kind of add cool lighting effects as well, which is nice. I'm going to remove the Rocket Warthog, which apparently is in the files from when I was doing Extinction. I got to get that out of there because it's taking up a bunch of space on the map. 6 simulation table slots, which I should probably explain to you guys what the simulation table is. So here is the most recent built version of the map in assembly, and if you look here, we have this block here called the simulation definition table. This is everything, okay? As you can see, there are 510 entries. You can have 511 entries maximum in here. As soon as you go over to 512, map crashes on start. You cannot go over that limit. You absolutely cannot. That is Halo 2's biggest restriction, and it is relatively challenging to get around that restriction. One of the things that's challenging with a mod like this is that I have every vanilla weapon, every vanilla vehicle, a bunch of vanilla scenery and power-ups and ammo bits, as well as a ton of AI characters, right? So adding just a single weapon also fills the simulation table, not just with the object of the weapon, but also a bunch of damage items for melee, a bunch of projectiles and the damage for the projectiles. One weapon could add up to like 10 plus simulation entries, right? So you can see I'm at 510 right now. I have one more slot here that I can add to, and this is after, of course, I've added a decent amount of AI into the map, and each AI adds probably like 3 or 4 potential simulation entries. However, when I was scrolling through here, I saw a couple of things that I can remove. For example, the Phantom, I can remove a bunch of the Phantom stuff on here. That's free real estate. I have the Rocket Warthog in here, which has 6 simulation table entries related to it from the dig site one. I'm not going to have that in the mod. I'm going to remove that. And for free, I get to add the Heretic Banshee and Gauss Warthog. Those are already loaded into the files, and I can just add those. Demon! Thank you for the tenor! Much appreciated, dude.
And someone challenged me.
Okay.
So only good things can happen when THSD happens.
Nice. Let's go.
I won money.
Let's
They
go!
said there was no way I could make an armadillo hot.
It's going to be a furry, isn't it? You made a furry armadillo, didn't you? Damon, I'm scared. I don't know if I want to see this, man. I don't know if I want to see... Okay, that is a furry demon. And I hate to say it, but I don't find that hot. But that's just how I feel. It's a cute design, though. I actually like it. I think it's a really good design. Wait, is that a shell on its back? It is. I'm gonna be honest, Demon. You did that very well. That is some good shit that you drew, but... it's not with my personal taste, but I respect it. I think you did a good job with it. Also, I don't think I can show that on stream. You got baited into it. It's not for me. I respect it. It's good design, okay? Demon's a talented artist. Her titties out. I know, I can't show that on stream. I straight up just can't. Thank you for the tenor, though. I really appreciate it. I knew what was coming, dude. My senses perked up. I was like, I know what he's doing. I know what's about to happen. Where do I find it? You can't find it. Demon's not allowed to post it on my Discord because it's a community server, and that kind of content is a no, not allowed. All right, let's go on and add the final stuff to this map. So I got to show you guys here. Here is the list of all the characters that I currently have. I may be able to fit in 1 or 2 more, but here's what we have. We have the Grunts, Elites, Hunters, Jackals, Marines, ODST, Flood Elites, Flood Humans, the Sentinel Aggressors, the Sentinel Enforcer, and the Brute. All right, that's every base AI in the game. On top of that, for free, without anything extra, I'm able to add Grunt Heavy, Major, Spec Ops, and Ultra, Jackal Major and Jackal Sniper, Elite Major, Spec Ops, Stealth, Ultra Zealot, the Brute Captain Major, and Johnson. All of those add nothing to the simulation table that is not already in there. Those are the variants that are just free. But there are variants that are not free, such as Tarteus, the Brute Boss, of course, Tarteus. All the elites with like the cool head stuff and like the counselors, you know, with the giant head plates, as well as the honor guards for brutes and for the elites. Those, they add to the simulation table. So I got to be careful with those guys. But my hope is that I'll be able to add some more of those guys as I go in and and delete some of the stuff from the simulation table. So we're going to do that right now. The first free thing that's going to clear up a decent amount of slots on our simulation table here is going to be removing the dig site rocket warthog that it goes unused in this mod, but is in the files. So all I got to do is go to my warthog model here and go to the variants and literally just delete the rocket variant that I added for extinction. Boom. Boom. There we go. Done. The other thing I wanted to check was my Phantom. I believe I accidentally left some campaign variants on here. It looks like I did. On the default variant, it has my chin gun and stuff. But then there are some extra variants on here, I think. Yeah, that use the campaign guns and stuff on here. So I'm going to delete that and delete that from my Phantom. So hopefully that will clear up even more extra stuff on the simulation table. So in order to check that, it's actually very easy. All I have to do is rebuild the map. And in Halo 2, building a map takes like no time at all. It's super, super fast. So we'll just wait here for like 15 seconds. The map will go through absolutely everything, and then I'll be able to see how many slots that cleared up on the simulation table here just by refreshing the map. Which I think, yeah, is at the very bottom of the scenery tag. So blah, blah, blah. It's doing localization, which is the last step here. Did I show a wolf? I don't think I showed a wolf. Did I show a wolf? What kind of wolf? Wait, read my comment above dragons comment. My video where a person fights a giant robot. One of the clips uses Mega Mantis. That's cool. I like Mega Mantis. Mega Mantis is kind of cool. Need more Halo 2 mods. Big open world PvP would be cool. I mean, that kind of stuff is doable. You can sort of kind of make your own like PvP scenario in that way on this map. I wouldn't call it like big open world, but you know, it works. All right, let's see here. We need to refresh the map now that I have built it. So let's go back into our scenario and see how the simulation table is going. Oh my god, yeah, that cleared up almost like 10 slots. We're down to 499 now. I could add a couple extra AI with all that space. That's pretty good. Pretty much everything in here, though, is used. There's nothing in here that I can really get rid of. Just about everything here is useful. It's vehicles, related vehicle stuff, weapons, related weapon stuff, AIs, related AI stuff. So I have like, what is that? Like 10, 11 open slots now, which means I could add like a couple vehicles or a couple AI characters. Profit chair needed. I mean, I don't have like an actual profit chair modded vehicle that I could actually add in necessarily. I would have to like make an entire profit vehicle model, or profit chair vehicle model, so I'm probably not going to do that. That would be like a whole stream of me like making stuff and doing stuff, but we could get new AIs in here. I could add like Tarteus. Smash burgers go hard. True, dude. I fucking love smash burgers. One of my friend's cats was going to make a smash burger. I was so tempted to take him up on the offer today. Would have been awesome. So here are the AI that we don't have. And I feel like AI are probably the most important thing to add here because, like, vehicle-wise, the only things I could really add would be, like, my crappy version of the Falcon, the weird variants of, like, extinction stuff, like the jet fighters and things. Nothing that I necessarily want to add in. I could add Tartarus probably, which I think would be pretty cool to be able to spawn him in. I could add like I guess I could add an AI version of the Arbiter, but like, I don't know why you would really want to do that. He would just be a cool looking elite. It would be kind of a little bit of a waste if I'm being honest. I could do the Flood Juggernaut, but he is still the vanilla Halo 2 Flood Juggernaut, not the fixed up one. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'll add Tartarus into the game, and we'll see how many simulation definitions he takes up, because that actually might be like too many. By adding Tartarus, I think it's also gonna add Tartarus's hammer by default. I'll have to check really quickly. Let's see if Tartarus adds his hammer. He might just have it like built in. So we go to Brute, AI, and we go, or no, let's go to Tartarus's folder, go to his biped, and I want to see if he automatically adds the weapon. Okay, he does not by default have the weapon, which means I have to give him the hammer weapon. So, what would it be? Fixed? No. Melee, gravity hammer. Yeah, so his gravity hammer weapon would have like a whole thing to it. Actually, not that much, now that I'm looking at it. Not that much. No, his gravity hammer would actually be pretty straightforward and simple. Anyway, let's see how much Tartarus added to the list here. So we were at what, like 499? Now with Tartarus, we are at 502. So he only added 3 entries, actually. That wasn't too bad. But I think if I want Tartarus to work, I do have to add in his gravity hammer, because I don't think he's just gonna work. Add the truth AI was fun fighting that. I don't know if I can add the prophet of truth, because well, maybe I could, because I would just give him his vehicle. I don't know if he would like know how to float around and stuff. I don't know how much of the truth boss fight is scripted or how much of it is like dynamic. I think it's a very scripted fight, so I don't know. I would have to like make a whole actually killable version of him, and then like I would probably want a profit share that you could like hijack, and then I don't think I'll add truth, but I do have some extra space in the simulation table. We have enough for maybe like a couple new characters, so I low-key could add the Flood Juggernaut, but every time he dies, he would just kind of stand still because he's the unfinished one that was left over in the files. I could add like jetpack elites, maybe. Maybe I could add jetpack elites, or like the what else? The special elites, the counselors, and the honor guards. God, I was really searching for that one there. I could try adding those guys. Regret fight is basically you boarding him repeatedly. Yeah, it's not particularly interesting. Damn, Onikai! Dude, thank you for the 20! Holy hell!
If there's one piece of floating grass, it will be unplayable.
You know, I'm glad you said that, actually, because you brought up a good point about grass. I don't have any grass decorators on the entire map, and I probably should add some, realistically. I'm pretty sure there are some in campaign in this area, and I should probably decorate this grassy area a little bit to make it a little nicer. Same with the beach. I bet there's probably like some beach rocks and stuff that I'm foregoing. I should probably check that out. That said, let me quickly... So we have Tartarus in here now. I'm pretty sure I have to add his weapon. I'm going to add that in and see where that puts us. So that should be melee, gravity hammer, gravity hammer. So I'll add that and save and build it.
Gentlemen, it's group testicle inspection time.
No!
Please remove those ratty astrals.
Ratty astrals.
Extremities. Him going in dry.
Wait, what? Huh? Going in where? I thought you were inspecting, bro. What's happening? You have to make truth the same as a jetpack. You need movement points in the air. Sadly, I can't do that on this. My Halo 2's AI points make it rather... Well, I guess I could make the special zone. Actually, no, because then some potential with it. It's an inspection. Just let it happen. Oh, listen, I think I know who sent in that 2. Thank you for the 2, by the way. All right, with the gravity hammer, how much simulation table space? I'm going to guess it only took up 1. Oh, it took up 2. How did that take up 2? Whatever. We're at 505 with Tartarus. What else? We have a teensy tiny bit left we can add. I'm going to actually add in some decorators and just make sure that they don't take up any extra space on the simulation table. I don't know where the decorators are. Oh, here. Scenarios, decorators. Okay, cool. We probably want grass. There's grass field. Oh, this is cool. Urban stuff. Rocks. Are there any beach stuff? Oh, here. Beach. I don't know what the beach decorator set is, but I'll try that. What is DCR ground? Does anyone know what DCR is? This foliage earth. I'll try grass as well. Grass field and grass field large. Oh man, Odikai with another 20! Thank you so much! Holy shit!
If you like the stream, I will defend you from the testicle inspector.
Guys, if you don't want to get testicle inspected, you gotta like that stream. Well, this stream. I am not biased. I totally gain absolutely nothing from this. You gotta like the stream for not for my sake, but for your sake. I'm looking out for you here. Honestly, you should be thanking me. It's honest. Because I'm such a nice guy. I mean. Anyway. Ooh, some hog tracks could be cool. I could put those on the streets. I want to try the urban debris, urban signs, and maybe like the urban walls as well. I want to see what, there's a lot of decorators here that could look cool. Let's try this out. Yeah, oh dude, decorators are so easy in Halo 2. Look, there's no complexities at all to it. Okay, so urban wall. Oh, posters, hazards, numbers, and warnings. Okay, let's make this erase. Outer radius of like 1 for both. Well, why is right brush button not working? Okay. Well, my right brush button doesn't work, apparently. Let's see. So here's some posters. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Why doesn't my right click work? Oh, that's why. Not bad, dude. I should put these all over the place. This is pretty cool. There's also hazards. Ooh. What else do we have? Numbers. It's just, all right, warnings. Cool. What else do we have? Urban signs. I think this is more... Oh, no, these are different signs. These are like generic signs. Hazards. Oh, they are. They're all different. Onikai! Thank you for becoming an 18-month member at Covenant tier, no less. Much, much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Said 18 months, baby! Let's go! Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. You always come in for like... It feels like you come in for a few minutes, and you're like, I'm here. Here is $20. I'm like, holy shit. And then you just disappear, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, no, fair enough. I mean, it do be like that. No, I really appreciate it, though. Thank you so much. Garbage. Are these garbage piles? Oh, man. Yeah, these are just like full-on garbage piles. Cans. Paper. Paper, too. Is there a way I can, like, reduce the intensity of this? Like, good God, man. Is there, like, a tool option that I can... No, nothing for the tools. It's just full power all the time. Cool. Interesting. Oh, wait, there's precision placing and stuff. That's cool. Butt? Oh, cigarette butts. Interesting. There's some cool stuff here. Let me try hog tracks. There's curves. Let's try straight tracks. Swerves. And curves. These are all kind of cool. All right, grass field is grass and grass. Very cool. Let's try it out. Let's see what the grass looks like. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, wait, there's earth grass, though, before I do that. Foliage earth. Grass dry, grass green. Oh my god, when does this get used? Grass dry. I don't think this actually gets used in-game. I don't believe that this gets used in-game. I've never seen this in my life. Kind of like that, but I've been busy more into streams and playtests. I appreciate that you want to be a part of stuff more. We should do some playtests soon. It'd be fun. We haven't done playtests in a while, or even just game nights for that matter. This is nice. What do you guys think? Should I, like, fill this grass field up with grass like this? This looks good. I like it. I'm gonna do that. Look at me go. Planting a bunch of grass, dude. Going crazy with it. Look at all that. Look at that, dude. You've never seen grass like this in your life. How's that all look? That's okay. I'm gonna go in game and see what it looks like. You know, honestly, I don't actually think I like it that much. It feels kind of weird. I low-key liked it before, when it was just bare. Feels a bit much. What do you guys think? Honestly, just not a huge fan of it. It looks kind of weird. If it was really dense, it'd be good.
Want to ruin your mood? Halo Infinite. Ha ha.
What the fuck, Debbie Downer? Actually, kind of like Halo Infinite, sorta. I mean, it's a good game. It's not bad. All right. I played it a bit. Enjoyed it somewhat. It was one of the Halo games that I played ever. And it was pretty alright. I had a decent time. And then proceeded to never play it again. Not really because it was bad. I just found it kind of boring. Why play Halo when I can mod Halo, you know? Why play a game when you can mod it? An age-old question. If you can mod the game. It's like when you play Skyrim modded, are you actually playing Skyrim modded? Or are you just spending 10 hours modding the game? But thank you for the tip. Fucking wiener. Foliage. Dude, this does not. Oh, the cattails. That works, right? Reeds. Dude, where? Somebody make this make sense. Where do these appear? Would this be like in that? Like, I genuinely have no idea.
Kinda sorta alright, played it a bit decent time, kinda boring.
Thank you for the truth. It was alright. I didn't hate it. It was fine. Nothing bad about it. Ooh, wait, what is all these are like palm tree bits. I'm gonna put these under the trees. That's a bit much. Here we go. Put them under all the palm trees out here. That's the sound that palm trees make when they drop their fronds. In case you didn't know the science behind that. I got you, though, of course. There was this dried... Okay, so this is like seaweed. It's kelp. I want to spam this around the beach. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, let's do it. Let's do it. Go. That's the sound kelp makes when it comes out of the ocean. There's a lot, dude. It plays down like a shit ton. Dude, kelp. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Kelp time. Kelp time. Huge kelp moment, dude. Massive. Actually, that's not really where it would be placed, is it? It would be kind of like up in the drier part. That's fine. Certified kelp moment. Hell yeah, dude. I feel like it would be fun to add some hog tracks around. Let's do precision place. On a hog track. Let's see, how does this work? Okay, so precision place is like one at a time, which is kind of cool. I guess I would just keep placing these until I get a rotation I like. I don't know, it seems kind of pointless. The map seems fine without hog tracks. It's not really going to add all that much. What about like a straight track, maybe? Just a lot of effort for something very minimal. I don't know if it's really going to add that much to the map. What actually might add stuff to the map, though, is the urban signs, the posters and things. It's kind of around. You forgot my diet, Dr. Kelp. lots of little signs around, placed all over the place. That's fine, I guess. Put them some maybe like on the inside. Instead of posters, we could put like hazards, perhaps. Caution, attention. What else do we have? Numbers. 3, 3, B, 3, 1. I'm gonna put a sign here, and you guys are never gonna guess what it's gonna say. 1, B, 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 1, 6, B, 7, 6, 6, 7, 6, 1, 3, 1, B, 3, 1, 6, 1, 6, 3, 7, 6, 1. Alright, I'm starting to think that there is not a 2. No smoking here, guys. No smoking here, guys, okay? Thank you. No vaping either. This is the future. I know we got, like, ultra super vapes that get you, like, hilariously high or something. But it's definitely legal. Alright? I'm watching you guys. Don't do it. Stop. Stop it. Do not do it. It's bad for you. Alright, we're gonna do some posters. Wait, these are on urban signs. I'm gonna do urban wall. I think these are different posters. Somebody's just tagging the place up, dude. They're spamming them around. Alright, and then, watch this, dude. Watch this. I'm going for the urban debris random permutation. And instead of precision place, what is density, actually? Oh, that's what I wanted the whole time. Okay, density of 1 is honestly a bit much. Let's do like a density of 0.5. And then I could just spam some trash around. Oh! Oh! Guys, I did not mean to do that. Oh my god. This is gonna take forever to erase. Oh my god, what have I done, dude? Oh, it's awful. I put 0.5. I swear I typed 0.5. It put it at 50. Ooh, look at this. Look how much trash is... Oh, there's like a hoarder's house. It's horrifying. Jesus. After I just put a no littering sign down, too. Oh my god. I'm cleaning it up, dude. I'm doing my duty as a civilian here. I'm cleaning it all up, okay? Look, it's all better. Density 0.5, enter. Holy, dude. Just wanted a little bit of trash around just to show these careless New Mombasans and the trash that they leave around, you know? Just a little bit here and there. They're just kind of messy. They just be, you know, a little ungrateful. You know, living in the future is great, but they're just kind of like, oh, whatever, dude. Oh, I don't give a shit. Oh, dude. Oh, we're in the future with aliens. I'm still gonna throw trash on the ground like a degenerate. These fucking people, man. These fucking people. These non-existent people that I'm making up in my head right now are really starting to piss me off, dude. They're really starting to piss me off. Yeah, a little bit of trash. Yeah, just fucking trash up that shit, yeah. Oh shit, wait, I gotta double check and see if the decorators add to my simulation definitions or not, because they actually might. I might have just, like, killed the map. What were we at before? Before I added the decorators, we're at 505 on our simulation table. What was worked on? I'm trashing up the city. I'm making it disgusting and filthy.
Okay.
Hey!
Gun to your head.
Okay.
You have to say something positive about the Halo TV show.
Oh shit,
What do you say? Gun emoji.
Okay, gun to my head. Thank you for the 2. I'm gonna say I liked the Condor's design. I thought it looked pretty cool. Yeah, the Condor looked cool. Can I think of a second thing? Can I think of a second thing that I liked about the Halo TV show? The Spartan, whose name I forget, but the EOD had some pretty sick armor. That was a good armor design. I liked it. Oh yeah, okay. Decorators are free real estate. I can put as many decorators as I want. No biggie. The one they killed off? Yeah, him. He was my favorite character. I'm sad that he died. Vanek, yeah, he was cool. Good stuff sometimes. Yeah, there's very occasionally. What? Dev Kit, thank you for the 1! Said, is there a crashed Pelican object? If so, you should have them for some doors blocking them. There are no crashed Pelican objects on here. I could add, like, them built into the map. I mean, you can blow up Pelicans and then use their destroyed remains for stuff. Davy Jones, thank you for the 2!
Remember in the Halo TV show where the gay crippled blind albino ginger black guy died first? That was fucked up.
What? Wow, that was a lot of descriptors. But yeah, I forgot that was a character, wasn't he? He was on Reach. The gay, crippled, blind, albino, ginger black guy. I forgot about him. That was so many adjectives to describe him. And none of them were untrue. Wow. Yeah, wow. Dude, wow. Shit. When you describe him like that, man, I'm about to become one of those people who are like, yeah, I think these TV shows might actually, like, wokeness might be real, actually, guys. Holy shit, I had never thought about him like that before. That is something, huh? About to turn me into one of those Twitter bros when you start explaining the TV show like that. Shit. I'm so sorry for who I am now. I mean, nothing you said was untrue. Like, that was factually accurate. I kind of making me sit here like, damn, huh? It really was like that. Let's see. Okay, decorators are good. I already have some changes to the map that I'm going to add in. I think, I'm not going to go in yet. Oh, I changed the floor object, by the way. I should show you guys. I think this was a good idea. You know how, remember the forge object I made, the floor object? Well, I changed it, and I gave it sloped sides, because I figured the AI can't really see these sloped objects. And so they would just walk into it, but by adding a slope, they can walk over it and kind of interact with it. So I figured it would be kind of smart if the floor had these sloped sides. That way the AI can actually not get stuck on them. Like, they would get stuck on the walls for sure, but at least with this, they can walk up it. And then, you know what? Actually, while I'm here, before I forget, I'm going to fix these objects because I believe they are considered pathfinding obstacles. So I'm going to do not a pathfinding obstacle on the floor and the wall. There we go. So now AI will just kind of ignore them. Good, good. Next, I am going to open the map. And I'm going to add 2 of these really big lights here to this little area here. I'll put 1 there and 1 there. And I'm just going to hope that this does not, like, add way too much lighting to this area, but I think it should be okay. Remember that one Gal Marine that turned into a Spartan 3? I'm gonna be honest, I stopped watching Season 2 on that episode where they were searching for the Spartan's kid. It was such a boring episode that I literally was just like, I can't watch this anymore. I was so bored that I just quit the show right there. So I don't know what happened after that. Reach fell. They were like all running around, and that I don't even remember it. It was so boring. I was like, why am I felt like I was forcing myself to watch the show. Like I literally was forcing myself. I had tuned out completely. I was only watching it because it was Halo, and that episode was so unbelievably boring that I just gave up. I was watching, I was like halfway through and I was like, I literally can't force myself to watch this shit anymore. It's so boring. Nothing interesting is happening. Nothing cool is going on. I'm only watching it because I'm a huge Halo fan, and even I can't stomach this bullshit. It was so boring. You can't do a drama show when the characters are so uninteresting, man. Like, holy shit, if a drama is centered around characters, you have to have actually good characters, dude. Like, holy shit. Unbelievable. Bro, that Jackal guy sequence felt like I was watching Requiem for a Dream. Jackal guy sequence? I don't know what that is. I think I must have tuned out that part of the show. Okay, anyway, map change is good. Happy with that. We still have some space on our simulation table for a couple more objects. I think I want to add some of the cooler elites to the character list. I want to add the elite honor guards for sure, because they're just cool. I might add the elite counselor, but I am actually going to add the flood juggernaut and see if I can get away with that. I know it's not like a finished flood juggernaut or anything, but I'm going to try that. Let's build the map and just check how our simulation table's running. Hopefully we haven't gone over the limit. That should push us either barely over the limit or right under it. We are right there. Oh, simulation table. We still have space on it. That one actually did not push it over. Hell yeah. Killed Keys too early, waste of a decent actor. Yeah, I liked Keys as actor. He was a good-ass actor. The fact that he died is really sad, because he was one of the strongest actors in the entire show. I thought he did... He did a really good job of having, like, that fatherly kind of vibe to him, you know, where he, like, felt important. He felt like he was going to give you good advice and, like, actually cared and was giving, like, tough love and stuff. He really embodied that. He did a good job with that character. So the fact that they killed him off was honestly so sad. It was the kind of vibe I get when they killed off Bryan Cranston in the original Godzilla, like, at the first half of the movie, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? Okay, yeah, we're at 509 with those guys. So I really can't add anything else. Adding the Honor Guard and the Flood Juggernaut pushed us to the edge of there. I don't mind the actor for Keys or the Silver Team members except for Chief. Yeah, Chief was... I don't, like... A lot of people could have played Chief if... Like, I don't even think the actor for Chief was bad. It was just the fact that Chief was written really badly. Chief's character was fucking trash. Always taking off his helmet and getting emotional and trying to discover his feelings and what it means to be human. Like, fuck off, dude. Fuck off. What a fucking trash tier character arc for the Master Chief to go on. Absolutely garbage, dude. That is not who Master Chief is. It's like they took all the bad parts of Halo 4's and 5's Master Chief and then amped it up to like 10. It was fucking horrible. God, it was bad. Okay, beach is looking good. I'm liking the beach. Maybe a little bit too much kelp. Might cut it down a little. Yeah, I didn't even get to the part with the flood, but I heard that the flood was just like regular looking people acting like zombies or something, which if that is true, and I haven't seen it so I actually don't know, but that would be omega cringe. That's if that's true. Like I said, I don't know, I haven't seen it. I gave up on that shit. I should probably fix that. Alright, let's do... What do we want to do here? Feeling pretty good about this. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can add... There's a couple more scenery objects I gotta add to the forge list as well. There's like some signs. Some vents, and some extra bits. By the way, I could add some more custom forge objects. We have space for like 3 more custom forge objects, maybe more if I removed a couple AI. Do you guys think there's any forge objects that like are not in here that I could make that would be really good to have here? Because right now the only ones that I've made is the little wall and the floor, and that's just to like build like some scenarios and stuff. If you were like close your eyes and imagine you were playing this mod and you were just messing around with Halo 2 Forge and AI, what would you want to be able to spawn in as an object to like potentially build structure and stuff with? Like genuinely curious. Ramp is a good one. That was the only other one I thought of. Was originally I was gonna do 3, being sign wall and ramp. Anything other besides the ramp? Because I can go through and do a ramp. Anything else? Sandbags, maybe? I think Halo 2 doesn't have sandbags. The plants from High Charity. Bit specific, but fair enough. I'm gonna add the entire scenery list onto the Forge menu as well, which is like, because I might as well, there's literally no reason not to, it's free real estate. I'm gonna be adding like this little vent control box. The lights here are scenery objects. I'll add like this little sign here, these big signs here. The hog sign, no, I'm not gonna add the hog sign. That one's gonna be no reason to. This little thingy right here, what else? I don't know, pretty much those. Little vent right here as well. Flood biomass. Halo 2 doesn't actually have any flood biomass as far as I know. Does it? I need cars and trucks. Oh, true. I could add some cars and trucks. Yeah. Let me go ahead and grab some of the cars. I think they're crate objects. Let me see. With the list as it is now, I could add 2 trucks, or I could remove one of the AIs I just added and then add multiple. Let's see. Scenarios, objects, solo, Earth City, road objects. Where are the cars at? Maybe it'd be like, not solo, but like human urban? The fuck is air? Oh, air tank. Residential? Where are the cars? Oh, maybe they're under the vehicles. Objects, vehicles. No? Oh, wait, see? Civilian here. Yeah, here they are. We can grab the Uber chassis. Oh man, actually if I add the Uber chassis, it's probably going to push us over the limit there. I might have to remove like the Elite Honor Guard. What was the other one I added? The Flood Juggernaut? You know, I could remove the Flood Juggernaut. He doesn't even technically work. He's like actually just broken. So we got Uber chassis, what is the MLX? Add a bus. Maybe like a panel truck? The Uber chassis, bus, panel. What is the... I gotta spawn in an MLX. What the fuck is the MLX? Hello? What the fuck is this thing? What is this? This has got to be cut content. I've never in my life seen this thing. Oh, it comes in different colors, too. I never saw this before now. It's not? It's in the, it only appears on outskirts? What the hell? Cool. Oh my god, give me anything other than red, please. I got it as a secondary color, though. That's kind of nice. Looks like it has red, yellow, and blue as the colors. Oh, and a dark blue. I'm not going to include that. It's a bit much. Uber chassis, bus, and panel truck. Let's see if we have enough space. I removed the flood juggernaut, and hopefully we have enough space. Aristotle! The philosopher's here.
Every poo-poo time is pee-pee time.
Yeah.
But not every pee-pee time is poo-poo time. Have you ever noticed that?
Oh my god, I never thought about that. Jesus. That's a lot, Aristotle. I don't know if you can keep coming in here and dropping bombs like that, but it's true. Actually, every poo-poo time is not pee-pee time. Aristotle, sorry to break it to you, but I don't pee every single time I take a poo. It's more like 80% of the time, or 90% of the time. There are occasional times when it's poo-poo time, and it's not pee-pee time. It's pretty rare, but it happens. Oh my god, we are at the absolute limit with this. Absolute limit. If we just leave it like this, we are done here. We are filled to the brim with assets. Not bad, dude. Not bad. Hold on. I'm going to go stand up really quickly. Then when I come back, we are going to be spamming, absolutely spamming assets into the Forge list. Also, if you have any ideas for cool scripted sequences and stuff, I'd be really curious to hear you guys out, because it might be kind of fun to maybe have like an intro or something when you start the map. That might be cool. Davy Jones, thank you for the 2!
Who do I speak to for a refund for all my shit posts? I gotta pay my drug dealer.
Well, not me, dude. I'm just the streamer, alright? I'm just here. I just show up. I say silly, wacky things. I put Halo on the screen and pretend like I'm controlling it. Meanwhile, it's actually Green doing all the modding, and he secretly loves modding Halo 2. God. Scarab out of the water. I could put the Scarab in the water. Although, I don't think the water is honestly that deep. Now, the water's pretty shallow. I think the Scarab would stick out of it. But okay, I'm going to go AFK very quickly. I will be right back. Excuse me. All right, I'm back. Let's do this. We're adding 2 new vehicles first. First and foremost, Goss, Warthog, and Heretic Banshee. That's free real estate, dude. The fact that we don't have those upsets me. Bottom right now. Warthog is right here. This is the shitty part about doing this. I'm gonna grab all of these. I'm gonna put them into a new document. That way I can copy and paste and replace a bunch of stuff very quickly. So here's how we're gonna do this. Since I have to fit this stuff now, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass, but this is why I was hoping to finalize stuff before doing anything else. So every place that the Banshee is on the list. Oh, I just have to do this manually, don't I? I can't auto replace. I can do one auto replace, but then to insert stuff. All right, the Banshee is getting. It's not worth it. It's not actually going to work. Damn it. All right, I'm going to do it manually. So the Banshee here is going to get swapped for a Warthog Goss to begin with. So Banshee. No, sorry, Spectre. I was wrong. Spectre gets Warthog Goss treatment. Warthog Goss. Actually, wait. I'm kind of big brain right now. Check this out. Replace all Spectre. Replace Spectre with Warthog Goss. Replace all. Then I would replace all Banshees with Spectres. I would replace all Wraiths with Banshees. Replace all Scorpions with Wraiths. Replace all Shadows with... Okay, I'm big braining. Scorpions. Shadows with Scorpions. Wait, Scorpion. Replace all Scorpions. Did that make sense? Spectre, Banshee. No, go back. Undo, restart. I fucked it up. Try again. ODST drop. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be putting my ODST drop pod tags up on the GitHub tonight. Either tonight or tomorrow morning, because a couple people have requested it, and it should be pretty easy to consolidate the ODST drop pod tags. I hope. There might be some missing things, but we'll see. It should be relatively easy. All right, Warthog. So we're gonna replace the Spectre with Warthog Goss. Warthog Goss. Okay, Spectre is good. The thing that comes next is the Banshee, which we want to replace with the Spectre. Replace all. Okay. After that would be the Wraith, so instead we're going to replace the Wraith with the Banshee. Okay, looks pretty good so far. After that is the Scorpion, which is on the list incorrectly, so we're going to replace that with the Wraith. Nice. After the Wraith is the Shadow, which now is going to be in the place of the Scorpion. Replace all. Next, now that we have the Scorpion, after the Scorpion on the list comes Banshee, Wraith, Scorpion, Pelican. So now we're going to replace the Pelican with the Shadow. After the Shadow, we have the Phantom, so we replace the Phantom with the Pelican. Oi! Sorry, cat's getting in trouble. So now the Shadow, Phantom, Shadow, Pelican. After the Pelican is the Longsword, but now we want to replace the Longsword with the Phantom. Pelican, Phantom, And then it goes Scarab. But actually, we don't want to get to the Scarab yet. We're going to replace the Scarab with the long sword. Replace all. And then we get to add a new vehicle in now, which is going to be the Scarab. And then everything else that had nulls before gets Scarab. Scarab. Phantom Longsword. Scarab. Alright, looks good. And then I do have to fix this one, though, which is going to have the Longsword. Phantom. Pelican. Okay. Whoops. Don't want to save that yet. Alright, now that I did that, I think we're more or less ready. Halo 2 Spirit? No. Sadly, I'm pretty much out of space on this map. I'm just adding in the free vehicles, which would be like the Heretic Banshee and Goss Warthog, which I didn't have on the list, but are already in the files taking up space anyway, and I totally forgot to add them to the list. So, next is Heretic Banshee. So, I'm going to put that right after the Banshee. So, it goes Warthog, Warthog, Goss, Spectre, Banshee. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the Wraith on the list with the Banshee's Heretic. So, we're going to find all the Wraiths. We're going to do the exact same process again. Wraith is going to become Banshee, comma, Heretic. We replace all. Then the Scorpion gets pushed to being the Wraith now. Then the next thing after the Wraith is the Shadow, which is going to become the Scorpion again. Replace all. Then we have the Pelican, which needs to become the Shadow. Then we have next, after the Shadow, would be the Phantom, so we replace Phantom with Pelican. Then we have Shadow, Pelican, and then now Longsword comes next in the list. That becomes the Phantom. So I'm literally just pushing everything one up the list. After the Longsword should be the Scarab, which is going to become the Longsword again. And now the final thing here is Longsword. So yeah, everything looks correct. So then we just have to make on the list the Scarab yet again. This becomes Longsword, Phantom, and then Pelican. Alright, our list is good here. I am now going to remove all the nulls, though. There's been a lot of nulls on this list here. I may actually have fucked things up badly, but we'll see. Longsword. He goes Phantom, Longsword, Scarab, Phantom, and Longsword, Scarab, and then Longsword, Scarab. Alright, there we go. The vehicle list is updated, it works. I have added the Heretic Banshee and the Longsword. We're good. And I don't plan on reorganizing any more of the lists here, so we are absolutely chilling at the moment. I do need to go set up the lists again in the actual Forge script to take this, but more or less, these two vehicles are now on the list visually. I guess I might as well actually go into the script and add those in and readjust everything. I'll go ahead and spawn them in real quick, make sure that I understand how these work. So here we have the Warthog, and then we got to go to Variant and then do Goss. So now we have a Goss Warthog. And then we need to add in a Banshee. Banshee, I'm blind. And then do the type of Banshee as Heretic. There we go, Heretic Banshee. Not bad, not bad. It's a good looking texture, by the way. I like how the Heretic Banshee looks quite a bit. That's cool. But yeah, there we go. Heretic Banshee. Very nice, very nice. Our brand new two vehicles. So I'm going to call this one List. List Heretic Banshee. And then List Goss Warthog. Now, both of these are going to get set to not automatically. And then I'm going to put both of them right over there into the corner where they will be in the Forge selection zone, where the Forge list will be able to pick them up when they spawn in, get detected, and then throw it into your Forge monitor's hand. So I save. Those are good to go. Now all I have to do to actually put them in the Forge list is, well, add them to the thing. Now this is going to be the worst of the actual listings here, because I'm going to have to add a couple. So we're going to do Spectre gets moved to here, and this becomes list. Goss, Warthog. Then Wraith gets swapped out for Banshee. Then we would have like Wraith, Scorpion Shadow. This is going to become Wraith. This is going to become Heretic, Banshee, Wraith, Scorpion, Shadow, Pelican, Phantom, Longsword, and then this would be Scarab. Okay, and then I go 110, 111, 112. Okay, now they're actually on the list and they should spawn in. Last but not least, I'm just going to add in the actual entries on the list to make sure they work, so we can see them, which is actually a lot easier, which is literally just me taking the slot 110, doing a 111 and a 112. So 111, 112, or yeah, 111, 112. There we go. The script should work. Let's see if it does. Compile. It won't actually, because I gotta add all this back to, not there. Is it you? You? Okay, I found it. It was all of these here. These in the HUD messages. Go to the list here. Scroll up a little. Boom. Is that good? Looks good. Save. We'll run the command tool, new strings, UI, HUD. Looks pretty good. Refresh. Compile scripts. Okay, no issues with the scripts. Let's make sure all the vehicles work. Make sure I didn't screw up the list at all. Warthog Goss is there. Heretic Banshee's there. I'm not seeing any. Oh, wait. Pelican, Phantom, Longsword, Scarab. The only issue is there's one null left over, and one of these here. There's one null, I think, on Phantom. Yeah, right there. Save that, and then update this one as well, because it's the one I'm working off of. Where is it? There. Okay. So that's saved. Re-import. And then we just got to make sure that the list actually functions. So list looks good. Warthog Goss spawns in. Warthog spawns in. Gonna go down the entire list, make sure everything spawns in. There's our new Heretic Banshee. Okay, everything seems to spawn in still, so it looks like there were no issues. We're all good to go as far as vehicles are concerned. That's pretty sick. Hi, buddy. Alright, dude's Mush. Mush is here. Hi, Mush. A big fluffy tail. Such a handsome kitty cat, Mush and Mush. Want a Halo 2 anti-air wraith? That would be sick. I don't know if anyone ever released the anti-air wraith tags that they made. I've never made an anti-air wraith for 2. It'd be cool to see, though. Pretty sure they had planned on adding the anti-air wraith into Halo 2 at one point, and it looked very similar to the anti-air wraith in Halo 3, but they just never ended up adding it to the game. Mushy Mush. Hi, Mushy Mush. Hi. Hi, Mushy Mush. You're so handsome, Mush. You're so handsome. Yeah, you are. It's true. Yeah, Mush. Yeah, Mush. Look at this. Look at his face. It's the face of a real man right there. Look at that. perfect. He's an ideal specimen. And anybody who says otherwise is wrong objectively. He's very cute, and I'm petting him so much right now. Okay, Mush. I can't read my chat, Mush. I also can't use my mouse, Mush. All right, let's see. Now that we got the vehicles working, we can move on to the rest of the sort of to-do list here, which we can cross these two off the list now. Those are done. Now, the entire scenery list, the bus, car, and truck are what are going to get added to the list next. Now, I am not going to reorganize the... Well, I guess I wouldn't really have to reorganize that much. Let's see here. Under this section here, under scenery, this is our scenery section right here, which contains all the objects, like the crates and little watchtower pieces, and then the walls and stuff. Looks like I already added the road light and street light. I think I might just add them to the continuous bottom of the list here and just roll with it. Why a bus, though? I don't know. It's cool. You can just see it on the streets and stuff. It's pretty neat. On an AI war? I can do you an AI war, but we got to add all the AIs to the list. We're actually going to redo the entire AI list and add so many of them. Holy crap. Seriously, there's going to be so many. Right now, there's like 6 characters on the list. We're going to add all of these guys here. All of these are getting added to the list. Elite Honor Guards, Tarteus. Read last. Flying into the city, and Johnson says get tactical marines, something like that. It should be the intro and dropped off on the beach or something like Silent Cartographer. That would be kind of cool. I don't dislike the idea of doing a whole cutscene. That could be a good time. Though that might break... No, I guess saves would actually be fun, because that would all occur beforehand. We have the cut Juggernaut. I was going to add him, but I don't actually have a Juggernaut, like a working Juggernaut. The Juggernaut I have is just the one that is in Halo 2's files. I don't know if the uncut, Halo 2 uncut Juggernaut tags are released or something. Maybe I could grab those, but as of right now, I don't have it, and I would have to remove something else to add it. A lot of potential in the AI war segment. Yeah, that's why I was trying to add as many AI as I possibly could. And there are quite a few. So the entire AI section is going to be like crazy. Also, if anybody has any ideas for utilities to add, right now there's load checkpoint, save checkpoint, and then I have a utility that turns the AI brains on and off currently. So that way you can like disable their AI, place them down, and then turn it on to start an AI war. So if any of you guys have any ideas about more utilities that I could add in with like commands and things, let me know. Let me know. I can't think of any at the moment though. Alright, that said, let me write this down really quickly. Add AI allegiance for all 2-player when in Forge mode. Okay. These are the following objects that will be added to the Forge list. The Uber chassis, a bus, a truck, as well as a vent, sus, a junction box, which is rather large. I don't think I'm going to add the Warthog sign, actually. I'm going to leave it as a map object. A long sign strip. A plaza sign. This sign, this vertical sign. And then a road lamp, which does have a dynamic light on it, and then a street lamp, which also has a dynamic light on it. So these are all the new objects I'm going to add on top of the existing ones. Just a lot of city objects, really. Can you do that one, clean up the map of the play stuff, or is that impossible? I mean, that would be possible, yeah. Yeah, that's doable. I could have a script that just, like, deletes everything in the map. That's a good one, actually. You just delete every single scenery, character, vehicle, weapon, boom, everything just deleted. Yeah, that's a good one. Utility to clean up the entire map. That way, like, if you don't want to, like, save and quit or something and then restart, you could just clean it up on the fly. It's like the Gmod clean up entire map thing. I might have to have, like, a yes or no prompt to pop up after that. That's like, are you sure about that? Okay, that's a good one, though. We'll add that. Now let's get all of these on the list. So, I'm going to create names for them very quickly for each of these objects. I think we'll just do them in this order here. We'll have it be car, bus, truck. Please add the Halo 2 main menu. Yes and no sounds. Or it goes like... Oh! Oh my god. I'm gonna add menu sounds. Why? Why didn't I think of that before, dude? I could add menu sounds to the whole menu. Holy shit, that would make it so much better. What the fuck was that? Why didn't I think of that? You're so smart. Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. Sound, game sound effects, multiplayer, no. UI. Look at this. We have this sound here. For when you scroll through the menu. And then maybe this sound this sound could be like when you switch tabs. Or wait, no. Maybe this one would be when you switch tabs. Yeah, that's a good tab switch sound. And then maybe like you close the menu and it goes like... yeah, maybe then opening the menu would give you like a little... Dude, why didn't I do this before? This is so genius. This is gonna make the menu feel way better. It's so quiet right now, like polished in that way. I never even thought about it. Holy shit, dude. I'm pretty sure there's just a play sound. Yeah, that plays sound on a character. There's one that I'm pretty sure that just plays sound generally. I know there is in Halo 3. I presume it's in Halo 2 as well. I go here, sound, position, I don't need to do it on a character. Here's no command script for it. Sound impulse trigger. Play an impulse sound from the specified source object or none with a specified scale. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Sound impulse. Stop. Sound impulse start. So you specify the sound tag, then the object with a specified scale. Or none, actually. And the scale could just be 1. I'm going to try this. I'm pretty sure I used this in my ODST horror mod a decent amount. So let's give this a go. It would be... We'll do it on the Forge menu open test. So Forge... Enter, exit, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to the menu here. So... when it says set Forge menu open true. Modded Gamer, thank you for the 3!
Your hair is gonna grow back by the time you finally release this.
I'm releasing it like tomorrow, dude. What do you even mean? Okay, it says it compiled, so theoretically, if I open the Forge menu, it plays a sound. It did not play a sound. God damn it. What did I miss here? I missed something. Sound impulse start, and then we do the sound. That should be the sound, right? Like, sound UI advance, and that's a dot sound tag. Sound impulse start effect, sound impulse time. Stop. Sound looping start. Sound loop spam, sounds disable, blah, 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 blah. I wonder if there's like a... Maybe I should look through some of the scripts and see if they use any sound impulse starts on any of this stuff. That could be kind of cool. Oh! Hang on. Oh, I'm so happy. I just got food out of nowhere. We're not going to stretch this release like I did with the Ultimate Forge. No, it's coming out. This might be out tomorrow. It really just depends on how fast I can set up the Steam Workshop page and get like a bunch of images and stuff of it set up. That actually might take like an extra day, but I think it would be worth it because it would make the release feel really good. Don't get lost in tech debt? No, I don't have to worry about that. I know all the limitations, and I am right up to the boundary here. Alright, let's see. Maybe this will work. Oh, I heard it! Wait, can I set the scale louder than that? That was really quiet. Okay, 5 just like broke it. I think 1 is gonna be the move here. You guys hear it? Listen, listen. Oh, it's so quiet. Why is that so quiet? What the hell, man? Was it a render your completed project in stream chat? I will check it out. Sorry, I'm munching away right now. God damn. I do be hungry. Alright, well, the sound works. You know what I'm realizing, though? Is that sound actually doesn't... This sound doesn't play in-game, ever. Because, I mean, obviously the menus don't exist in Halo 2, so I could actually edit these to be a bit louder. I could turn this up to, like, 5 or 6 decibels. Let's see what that's like. It's so quiet. What does cursor 1 dot sound? I don't... Did I listen to this one? Okay, that's when you move up and down the list, right? I think forward is... That's gonna be when you switch tabs. And then... What else do we have? Back is when you close the menu. I don't really like the advanced sound because it's really slow. What else do we have? Pick up health, power up invis. Oh, this is a Halo 2 Vista sound, right? Receive message. Oh my god, no, it's just power up invis again. Transport dot sound, what are you? Oh, it's the teleporter. Cool. Shield hit sound. Very crispy. Sounds like somebody just dropped a, somebody dropped a chicken breast onto a pan. This is an alias, thank you for the 2!
I mean this in the most loving way possible. Do you think it whistles when gay dudes fart?
What?
Gay. By gay I mean straight but gay with my boys.
You know what? I don't think so, personally. But it sounds like you should probably go check that out for yourself. Do some investigating. I believe in you. Goddamn sorry, dude. I just got this food and I'm like starving. Loki, you want to watch like a modding video real quick so I can just munch out without having to like keep pausing to do stuff? I'm gonna search YouTube Halo mod. See what comes out. Yeah, I pop up when I search Halo mod. That's cool. Ruby of Blue's new video. Banger, but I already watched it. Oh! No, never mind. What was that?
I just checked and it does in fact whistle. Thanks.
No problem, Alias. Thank you for an LA2. I appreciate you. Wait, how did you... You know what? Never mind. Pretend like I wasn't even going to say anything. Pretend like I didn't even say anything. It's fine. Ugh, excuse me. You know what? Screw it, dude. Check out the Halo effect mod. Oh, shoot. You know what? Whoops. Is there a trailer for it? I see this one by Resles Gaming. Is it called Halo Effect? Is there a trailer? Is there a trailer? Oh, here we go. New Halo Effect update. Oh, it's 2 weeks ago. Let's see, Mythic Jackie's channel. And it was the most recent video. They'll reach new Covenant weapon tag pack. New Halo Effect update, Mass Effect themed Halo mod. I want to see their 8-minute, 40-second update video, because I always love to see these. I'm pretty sure they released, like, the mod, like, at least a beta.
Well, it has definitely been a minute since I've made an update for Halo Effect, and for the most...
Dude, I thought for a second this was the mod, and I was about to lose my fucking mind. Oh my god. Alright, let's listen to what Jackie's got to say.
Part that has been because I've been nailing down the essentials for the mod. That being said, stay tuned, because I'll have a playable demo up for the mod on the workshop very soon.
I'm pretty sure it's out right now. I
Anyways,
saw it on
let's
Jackie's
dive into
Twitter.
the update. To kick off the showcase, I thought I would show a little test environment.
Ooh, the moon!
It's Earth's moon from Mass Effect 1.
That looks hella good. Damn, that's so pretty.
While it is just a test environment and not really playable, I put it together to test a few things. That being the Halo 3-like material effects for the moon's surface and Reach's ability to change gravity in the BSPs.
That's so cool, and yeah, look at those like footsteps with all the powder coming out and stuff. Looks really nice. It's a great custom material with material effects. The moon would react pretty similarly to that, with how dusty it is there. Oh, Nikai! Thank you for the dinner!
Better share the popcorn with me or else.
I have bad news for you. One, it's McDonald's fries. Which actually makes them even better than popcorn. And two, I'm just evil. I'm straight evil. Ooh, look at that gravity. That's so sick. But no, I'm straight evil, so I won't be sharing. Because I'm so much of a horrible person.
Also, I could be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure this is only in Reach and onwards.
This looks
But
so good,
there's
by
a
the way.
sound dampening effect that you can use in the sound environments, which is pretty sick.
Yeah, out on the
Not
moon and in space.
exactly
Modern Gamer, thank you for the 3!
Some random person in the Halo community, I think Rejected Shotgun made
Oh my
this.
god, dude. Every single time. Every single time, dude. Everybody always
Sick, but I
thinks
do
I made
like how it
everything.
sounds for space levels, so I'll be using it.
That is
I
obnoxious.
do have a few other ideas for levels that I want to get around to first, but I could definitely see myself making a quick moon mission in the mod, at least at some point.
Nice. That would be cool.
Speaking about
Damn!
ideas for levels and why it's kind of
Look at his
taken me
environment.
so long to get an update out for the mod, I started working on the second level for the demo. It's gonna be a level on Eden Prime, and as you can see, I ported over a lot of foliage from the Mass Effect games.
That is painful.
Even the shaders for the ground and cliffs are using textures that I painstakingly ported over to Halo.
Dude. You guys have no idea how painful. Some of you guys know, but most of you do not have any idea how painful what Jackie just did there. It's entirely dependent on the game, but that is crazy amounts of effort, and I have nothing but respect for that. That's crazy.
Since we're now on the surface of a planet instead of a space
Ooh.
station, I've went ahead and ported over some Geth fortifications, towers, and crates.
Oh, dude, with physics,
I
too?
even modified the tower a bit by giving it lights and a cool physics-based ramp attached to it so it'll play better in game.
That's a lot of effort, man. That's a lot of effort. That's huge. That ain't easy
Now,
to
for
do.
weapons, I didn't do a whole lot since I've been focused on other...
You guys seen this HUD? How fucking clean this HUD is? Damn, bro. That's effort. That nice outline on the health and shield. Modern Gamer, thank you for the 420!
Yeah, Rejected Shotgun definitely made this.
God damn it, dude. You guys just hate me. You
aspects
just
of the
hate me.
mod,
You want
but
everyone
we do
else to
have a
hate
new
me.
SMG
Oh.
now. Breach doesn't support
Dude, look at the animations on the crosshair for this gun.
dual wielding, so
And
this
this
weapon
one-
will
oh my
serve
God, look how
as
nice
a
these
starter
are.
weapon for some levels, but it'll still hold its own in close quarters.
And the
compared
animations
to
are,
the
I think
AR.
these are probably reused for like the Magnum animations, but like clean! What's really standing out to me right now, and why I'm loving watching this, Jackie understands very well what it means to polish up their mod. Thank you for the 2 fact check!
Rejected Shotgun founded Bungie.
That's true, actually, and that's true. Also, that's true. I also made Halo. I made every Halo, probably. And yeah, it's definitely true. But Jackie understands polish. Jackie understands every little detail matters. The HUD animations, the sounds, the shading on everything, getting all the materials accurate. Jackie gets it, and that's what makes this mod look so good.
Now, for a detail that will definitely go unnoticed in the mod, but I just had to add it anyways, is third-person weapon collapse and expansion animations.
That is what I'm talking about. When players feel the experience is so solid and cohesive, and then you've gone a step above and beyond to add tiny details like that, that's when a true level of polish that will impress players has been achieved, and that is awesome.
I already had the first-person ready animations do this, so I might as well try it for third-person as well. While we're on topic for third-person stuff, I also went and expanded player customization a bit. I now have both male and female body types for your N7 operative, as well as Asari and Batarian head types that can be changed out like changing a helmet. I plan to have a wide variety of armor for the mod, but for now I'm holding off to make sure everything else is optimized. Now
That's
back
awesome.
to mission-focused additions to the mod, we now have Alliance Marines in levels instead of that N7 duplicate that I used in the first mission.
Nice. That looks really good.
I haven't fully nailed down how the second level will work, but for now I've placed down a few that you can save from capture with a little animation I made similar to the captured Marines in Halo 3. Just pretend you don't see how janky that exit animation is. I threw it together quick and with minimal frames so I could see if I could script this in Reach. Now to cap off this showcase will be the vehicles I've added to the mod. In case you've missed these in the first mission, I have both Alliance and Geth fighters in a small space combat section in the level.
This looks so good. Ooh! This is all extreme. Let me go back a little bit. It is not something a beginner or even an intermediate person can do to make something ported from another game look this good in Reach's engine. You have to understand so many details about how the shaders work, like the texture maps, plugging them in, refining down all of your shaders. This is all super good. This is so good. The level of polish is fucking fantastic. Also, knowing when you can reuse Halo assets to save yourself time and when things will still look really good is really great. And that's one of the things I've found really impressive here, is it seems like Jackie knows exactly when stuff can stay its Halo Reach vanilla asset, when to reuse Halo Reach vanilla assets and they still look really good, and when to swap them out for required things. Well, the maneuverability on this thing looks really good. It looks like it's quite a bit more maneuverable than the Saber, which is nice. Also gotta say, shout out to the HUD. Again, reusing the Saber HUD, but heavily modifying it and changing everything to become fitting for this mod. Jackie is a very, very good modder. There are so many small details here that you guys are probably not even aware of that, to me, as a modder, it really proves stuff. Like, even just little things like, see this marker? That little red marker? That is a marker that you actually have to put on the model, give a very specific name, and set up in the model tag. A lot of people would overlook that. Jackie did not.
Now, going back to the ground, you'll be able to see the Geth transport ships in all their full glory.
Yeah, big dropships! That's sick. I like that.
They kind of serve that phantom role, and they even drop off troops exactly like they do in Mass Effect.
I like that.
And finally,
Ooh.
we have the Kodiak shuttle, which I think I'll use as the human equivalent dropship. It does also have forward-mounted guns, so it might be fun to throw into a level for the player to fly, but we'll see how that goes.
Please! If there's a way to fit in flying the Kodiak in this, that would be fucking awesome. Obviously, that's up to Jackie, but as far as like cool factor goes, that would be awesome. Ooh, I like those animations. That's cool. It flies like with like Falcon physics. And those bullets have a lot of force.
Before I go, I just want to shout out my generous Patreon members and thank you guys endlessly for your support. And remember,
Patreon members.
If you've been a Patreon member at any time, or you're thinking about supporting me over there, I'm including your usernames in this very mod using Reach's squad system. So as you encounter friendly NPCs, you can look down at the radar and see various Patreon supporters.
That's awesome, dude. Shout out Mythic Jackie, and if any of you guys are not subscribed to Mythic Jackie or don't stay updated with Mythic Jackie stuff, I am putting their channel here. Check them out. Check out that mod they've been working on. They've been working on this mod for like well over 6 months. I've been watching from the sidelines, just seeing all the cool stuff they're adding. Halo Effect is a dope-ass mod. I believe it is also on the Steam Workshop right now. So, I was a Drake shout out as Patreon supporters. I shout out YouTube members and stuff. I try to switch over from Patreon to YouTube members. That way it kind of keeps everything in one place. Makes it a lot easier. We play the Mass Effect trilogy. I've only played bits and pieces of Mass Effect, so I'm not like a real fan, like a lot of you guys probably are. I'm a fake fan. I'm sorry. Okay. We were getting back to finishing Halo 2 Forge. We're going to finish it by adding all of these objects to the Forge list. And then we're going to add all the new AIs. There are, in case you guys are just tuning in now, we have so many, this entire list right here in this little box. These are all the AIs that are going to be added. There are quite a few of them, and you're going to be able to do quite a bit with it. Oh my god, wait. I might... Oh, dude, do I remove... I could remove some of the... Yeah, I don't have the heretics in right now. I don't have heretics in. Heretic grunts and heretic elites. I don't have either of them. Look at the render now that you did. I'm munching. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What did you put? Stream chat, you said? What did you render out? Oh, that's cool. It's like a Warhammer 40Ks, or not. Is that a Space Marine from StarCraft? Yeah, that's StarCraft, not Space Marine. I definitely know what I'm talking about. I swear. Honor Guard Brutes. There's no Honor Guard Brutes right now. Only Honor Guard Elites. But I don't have space right now for the heretics unless I removed some like objects or vehicles or something. This map is like right at the absolute limit. That's a really good render. That looks nice. Map is at the literal limit of what can be added into Halo 2 without like breaking the game. But all right, let's add these in. So, look at these. Let's go. We made sure we got the new vehicles in. Now we can go through and add all these. Holy. So scenery-wise, we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new scenery objects. All right, so one at a time. 10, starting now with 317, which is going to be the car. So after the street lights, I need to do car, truck, and then bus. And after streetlight here would be car, and then truck, and then after this one would be car. Floor, road light, street lights, car, street light, car, truck. I think that's all good. Actually, just to be sure here, let me copy these and then put them into the HUD messages here and double check that I haven't broken anything. Paste those in, save, build out the strings, and let me double check here. Scenery is what I'm looking at here. So down here, I can only go to wall floor. But yeah, okay, so we can see them on the list now. As long as I can see that they're there, I feel good about that. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff down there. Road light, street light, car, blah, blah, blah. A whole bunch of stuff. Wait! I almost forgot. I got the sound impulse thingies working. We're going to add sounds to the entire menu now. I almost forgot. That's what we were doing before I started munching away. So we're going to add all of these. Sound impulse start. So there's that. When we exit the menu, I'm going to do, instead of advance, I believe it is back 1. So we'll do back 1. As the sound that's going to play there. And then when we're switching between different Forge menu slots, which I believe is down below the actual menu text here, should be right below it. Yeah, we have, whenever we go between a different slot, I want to do cursor 1. And then the same exact thing here, cursor 1. And then, when we switch between slots, we're going to play... Is it advance? No, it's... back, cursor 1, and I think it's forward 1, right? Yeah, forward 1 is going to be when you're switching between the menus. Perfect. Oh, this is going to be so satisfying. So I'm just going to put this into every single category switch here. Oops. Forward 1, forward 1, forward 1, forward 1. Boom. Okay, save. Let's compile the scripts. That should be now sound effects for every single part of the menu. Let's see if it worked. So open menu. Okay, I can hear it switching. It's really quiet though, like it's extremely quiet. I wonder if I can raise the volume on it perhaps? Okay, yeah, I can hear it. It's just really, really quiet. Hold on, let me pause the music. Okay, I gotta like somehow raise the volume on these sounds, because when you compare them to the other sounds around them, it is crazy how quiet they are. Maybe gain bass on this like 16. Does that actually increase the sound? Okay, what about on this one? Gain modifier 16 to 16. Which one was that on? That was on forward 1. It still sounds like it's the exact same volume. I'm going to set all of them to 16 and see if that helps at all. Especially with cursor 1, I can like literally not hear this one at all. Especially over the sound of the Forge monitor. This one is so quiet. Dude, there's got to be a better way to play these sounds. They are painfully quiet. Do I need to like reload the game or something? Like these sound tags should just be updating. Game event, split long sounds of permutation, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's all cool and great and lovely, but why can't I hear it with my ears? Maybe there's something for this. Sound impulse start. Sound impulse stop. What is this, dude? Hello, Bungie? Sound looping predict. What's the description? Your mom. Wow, thanks, so helpful. Modern Gamer, thank you for the 420.
The clickety clack of your controller is louder than the sounds.
Right, it's like so quiet. I can do sound looping. Sorry, the thing is, change the scale of a sound, which should affect the volume within the range. Maybe I should turn the volume like way up, because it says should affect the volume, but that's not for this command. With the specified scale, I'm gonna see if the scale sound impulse start. I'm gonna go back all the way up to opening the menu. I'm gonna set these to like 10. Sounds are quieter than the ants in my events. Hello? What the fuck does that even mean? Okay, 1,000. Our scale is 1,000. I don't even hear the sound for when it goes back. Sound UI back 1. Are we sure that's a real sound? It's just that quiet? Okay, yeah, that's great. Wait, maybe I can manually edit the permutations here. Why? I can't even manually... Oh wait, update game. Why can't I edit these, dude? Like, what the fuck, man? I've edited everything to be like absolutely maximum volume in every possible way. It's so quiet. Dude, you know what? I'm gonna restart Sapien. Maybe this is like a Halo 2 thing where you cannot edit sounds or something while it's open because the sound system is weird. Because we know the sounds that maybe now my ears are gonna get absolutely obliterated when I open the menu. Ideally, that would be great. That would be awesome. Your mom jokes way back in 2003. Yeah, it was very cool of them. It was very nice just to read that, to know that they got me all these years later. Whoever wrote that is probably fucking old. Okay. Apparently, I just checked the numbers on this. This shit no worky. Alright. So that's cool. This should make it completely quiet when I open the menu now. Nope, still heard it. So you're telling me I do sound impulse start. Dude, really? Sound impulse predict is your mom part 2? God damn it, dude. Thank you for that very valuable description, vague Bungie employee. With the specified scale. What if I do trigger instead? Because there's a real and then there's a long, which might give me more control. Let's try that. Let's do trigger when we open the menu. And then, what if I do 10? 1 and 10. What if I do 10 and 10? Oh! It broke. That's actually my fault. My bad. Sound impulse. What did I do? That is a long. Am I stupid? Why did that break? It was an integer. Maybe if I just do 1 and 1. We'll try 1 and 1, dude. Why haven't I heard music in like 1,000 years? Oh, I paused it a while ago so we could hear the sounds. That's right. I remember. Let's see. Open the menu. Okay, nice. I'm gonna try setting this to 2 now. It crashed. Yay! I'm so happy about that. Okay, so this one gets to stay at 1, but maybe I can put this one at like 10, and maybe that'll make the volume super fucking loud. Or maybe it'll just make it really high pitched. I have no idea. This has got a range from 0 to 1. Yeah. What just confused me was that I was using it on the other command, which had the exact same input there, exact same input type, and it didn't crash, so I assumed it was the new one, but it was not the new one. It was the same one that just apparently doesn't work on this command above 1. Which is fine. No, it doesn't make any logical sense, but whatever. That was way louder! That was it!
Just put your mom that will work as an Entiger surely.
Damn, with the leads and tip! Thank you, Mario Gamer! Just put your mom that will work as... You know what? The one that said your mom part 2, the one right below that worked. Look at this. I open the menu. Loud as fuck, dude. Loud as fuck. What is the upper limit on this? I'm doing 2,500. 2,500 volume. Okay, well... Maybe that was not the smartest choice, but it worked, dude. That's great. That's fantastic. This is going to be back one. Your hair is consuming you. Get a haircut. No, I don't think I will. I don't think you know, I was gonna get a haircut, and now that you just suggested that, I'm not gonna get a haircut now. How dare you think that you can tell me, the rejected shotgun, important guy who's done things before, you think you can just tell me what to do, dude? I don't freaking think so, dude. I don't freaking... Do you know who my cats are? You probably don't even know who my cats are, do you? Embarrassing. Sad. Wait, was that all the sounds? That was seriously all of them? What the fuck? Fine by me. That is a lot louder. That is a lot louder. Oh, right, wait, I didn't want to do cursor one for these. I wanted to do cursor one for... I wanted to do advance for these, right? Forward. Yeah, I wanted to do forward for these. Oopsies. Forward one. For switching between the tabs. And then I just wanted advance one for when I scroll through the menu. Yeah, and then this one would be... Oh. Yeah, this is... cursor one. Okay, nice. Now, let's compile, reset. Now listen to these beautiful menu sounds that you should be able to hear even with the music playing. Let's give it a listen. Oh, that's so nice. Way better. It's Forg. It is Forg. Oh, you know what? I should make it so when you select an... is there maybe a sound for when you click A to, like, select something? That would be kind of a good sound to have. Let's do death gurgle dot sound. I think this will be really good for selecting. Yeah, we'll play that every time you select an item. Nice grunt, bro. Thanks. Made it myself. I didn't use advanced for anything, did I? No, this is for when I open the menu, right? Yeah. I think this is the sound that goes meep, meep, meep. Yeah. Maybe I'll just use the regular cursor sound for when you select something. Did I seriously borrow some ship landing thing? No, wait, what are you talking about? Ship landing thingy? I want to see a cool ship landing thingy. Let me do a... I'm going to do the object select area. Where's the... Yeah, grab object. No, I don't want it when you grab an object. I want it when you spawn an object. That meep 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 sound fucking got me. It did. It's iconic. Okay, I think it would be wise if I put it right here. That way, whether you select something or not, it plays the sound. Let's see. So I should be able to hear the sound play when I like click a menu option, regardless of whether it spawns an object. So that feels like kind of a shitty sound for selecting stuff, though. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a selecting sound. I mean, you scared the shit out of me as a kid. It is really aggressive. It is a very fucking aggressive sound. I don't know what a good sound would be here for when you pick up something. There are more sound effects. There's actually not that many more. I want like a quick little, like, bloop. Wait, active camo error. What the fuck is active camo error? Oh my god, it's kind of scary. It's when you're out of, when you're the arbiter and you are out of camo juice. Active camo ready. Is this the one that goes like, boing? Yes! Oh my god, it's so loud. What the fuck? Pick up health? This is probably overshield, right? Oh no, that's the CE health pickup sound. Nice. Sent you a DM. Ooh, let me see. Ships, big ships. Oh, shit! Works in multiplayer. You're gonna put this in Battlefront mod using Megalo so you can have AI waves and stuff? Wait, what the fuck is this, dude? Nice, those Battlefront, like, meshes are really nice, by the way. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Ooh! Well, I like those animations a lot, dude. Clean! So wait, did you trigger that with just like... Wait, this works in multiplayer? Actually, I guess that makes sense that it works in multiplayer, like logically speaking. I like the pelican animation a lot. That's clean. I like the way that you like animated the wings. Because like, you know, every time pelicans are in cutscenes, like their wings do like cool VTOL stuff. But then in-game, they never do. I like that you like animated that. Yeah, fuck a clone trooper. Or is that a stormtrooper? I couldn't tell. That HUD is really fucking nice. Oh, that just looks so clean. Pelican needs to animate the wings more. I hard agree. Yeah, that's sick. That's actually sick. Then it just detaches. It's the new Fortnite update? Yeah, this is a bitch working on the new Fortnite update. That's clean as fuck, bro. I really like that. I really like that. And also what's cool is using those animations, you don't have to worry about like the what does it call them? Animes? What the fuck is it? The enemies. You don't have to worry about the dropship pilots like fucking up or doing anything weird. You just like, boom, fixed animation, happens exactly when it's supposed to, etc., etc. You also don't have to worry about players trying to shoot them down either, because they're like an animated machine or scenery or whatever they are. About to boot up Halo 2 on my 360. Yeah, so it can work in multiplayer, so it's so good. Oh, true, yeah, you don't have to worry about any of that crap, yeah. Oh, that's so good. I didn't even think about that, even though that's like the whole point of it. That's sick, though. That's actually sick. I'm gonna do forward for the selecting sound. That's gonna be the selecting sound. I know I'm using it twice now, but I think it makes more sense if it's the selecting. New Halo Battlefront gonna be crazy. Dude, it actually is. It looks so good already. All the assets and everything look great. Yeah, that works. Even when I'm like spamming this and like... Yeah, that's it. That's the sound. Because it feels like you're moving along, and then when you select something... Yeah, that just makes like my lizard brain likes that sound, and it makes logical sense. That's good. That's good, that's good. Forge Sound says we're straight back to 2010. It feels so good! Yeah, you know what? Every time you delete an object, I just want to hear this sound playing at full volume. Every time you delete an object, just... That would suck so much ass, dude. That'd be so bad. Just kidding. This is a joke. This is a joke. Please do it. It's already so loud. I can play it at like quadruple volume. I'm not. I won't. That's an awful idea. I could do... Okay, this is when you close the menu, but I could also just do this as a subtle sound when you delete stuff. Hold on, you guys can't even hear it. I gotta pause the music. This one. I'm gonna play the back sound when an object gets deleted. I think it's a good idea. You never get to hear a delete sound in Halo 3, but I low-key think it should have probably had one. It's just so you can get a little bit more feedback with it. Otherwise, it just feels kind of like a nothing interaction. All right, let's see. Menu, AI toggle, blah, blah, blah. Selecting object. Where is deleting? Grab object. Okay, here's delete object. If for grabbing object destroy, blah, 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 blah. Sleep until forge menu is open and forge is true. If you press that and forge grabbing is true, play this sound here. And the other instance of deleting is forge grabbing is false, object destroy. Boom. That'll do. So now, if I go to destroy this bus, for example, pick it up and delete it, makes a little sound. It's very subtle, it's very quiet, but it's not bad. Nice. It's not bad. It does kind of sound like the Mac trash bin sound. Well, the one I remember from the Mac, because I only use Mac OS 10, was the one where it's like the crumpled paper sound. It was like... Well, this shit looked quite good, innit? I like it. Now we get to move on to the most fun part, guys. Now that we added cool sound effects to the menu and made it feel super good, we gotta do a really... such a really fun thing that we get to do here. Yay! I'm so excited. We're gonna add 10 objects to the scenery forge list. Yay! Tell me how excited you are. You're excited, aren't you? Alright, we are adding these two lights first. I don't know which one's which. I low-key forgot. Streets, I think roads are smaller than streets. Actually, maybe I should... Road light, floor, road light, street light. Yeah, whatever. Who gives a shit? Road light, street light, street light, car, truck. And we have street light, car, truck, bus. Whoa. And then after that, we have car. Car. And then... Wait, no, I lied. That one's already set to car. And then we have our car, and then after the car, it would be bus. No, I lied. Truck. Then bus. And now we get to decide the order of the rest of these items. So I'm going to say... what do we want to do with these? What do we want to do? We got crates. Okay, let's look name by name. No, they're not crates. These are sceneries. They are... Vent wall A. I'm just gonna call it a wall vent. That'll be our next one right here. Legend, do you have a golden warthog? I do, but you have to solve an Easter egg in order to get it on this map. That's the trap. It's not spawnable on the menu. You gotta. There's a funny little scripted thing I have that you have to do like a little goofy thing in order to get it to spawn in. You gotta be a little quirky. You gotta be a little wacky. Alright, that's car, truck, bus. Now street light. You have to say your name in the mirror 3 times. Similar, but not quite. You're close. Closer than you'd think. Truck. Bus. Wall vent. What's the next one? Control box? Junction box. Yeah. Junction box. Ooh. And then, yeah, after, what is it, truck, this one becomes car, and then road light becomes street light, and then floor becomes road light. Wow. Do you have multiple forge maps? No, right now it's just this one. Which, I mean, this one is quite big and has quite a lot of stuff going on, but this is kind of like the forge world of Halo 2, but it's like New Mombasa. It's very big. It has a beach area. It has a city open area, some side areas. Does it work in multiplayer? Not? No. I don't think this kind of mod could ever work in Halo 2 multiplayer. I did find a function that gives me like a small amount of hope that something like this could work in multiplayer, but I'm not going to put a lot of stock into it because I don't think it'll work. So this is pretty much it. This is basically like single player Gary's mod, you know, single player Gmod where you just like spawn in bad guys and props and fuck around. That's really what this amounts to, but like with a familiar Forge interface and controls. But it's nice at the very least because there's never been a way to play with Halo 2 in a sandboxy way. And as much as I know people are going to be really disappointed that this doesn't work in multiplayer and you can't make map variants, at least now there's a way to interact with Halo 2 in a sandboxy way. All right, I like that. That's cool to me. All right, so we're looking at this. Here we got car, truck, blah, 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 to the junction box. Always wanted to forge and see into. Yeah, I mean, why not, right? It would be fun. I mean, the only downside, obviously, is that this doesn't have integration with MCC. You can't share map variants, but I do still think it'll be very cool. Like, I actually just have a lot of fun messing around in this. It's like, oh, I can just spawn in a Pelican. Oh, I can, like, set up a, like, silly little, like, mission. I can just spawn. I can turn off AI, go put elites and stuff over here, go fly over somewhere else, spawn in some, like, crates and stuff, and then, like, just, like, go fight it out. Put everybody into a Pelican and fly over there, and then shoot them up. It's just literally messing around like in Gary's mod, and I love that. I'm trying to forge by myself anyway. I think a lot of people do. Like, I mean, you really can't even do multiplayer forge, at least on, like, Halo 3, because everybody who's not the host gets shot into the sky and dies instantly. All right, what else do we have? What's that? Sign long strip.
If you ever come back to this, would you potentially make a map that's themed around Delta Halo?
Thank you for the 3, modded gamer. Yeah, I guess so. That'd be fun. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort to make one of these. Honestly, the hard part was like setting up and creating a map for it. As far as like taking objects and spawning them in to like put them on the list, that's just like basic data entry. Halo 4 works fine, by the way. Was it broken before? I'm confused. Okay, we're getting the last of these on here. It's working pretty good so far. Car, truck, bus. And now we have the first of the new items selectable. Junction box. Wait, multiplayer forge and Halo 4 has no bugs? Oh, you were talking about that. Well, that's good at least. And it's got light making, which is fucking beautiful. Actually, I'm not going to do Sign Plaza next. I'm going to do Sign Vert. And then I'll do Sign Plaza. Oh, hey, check this out, Green. Look, I added sounds to the menu. I don't know why I never thought of doing this before. Check this out. That's cool. Massive edition. I actually think that's a big deal. Makes it feel more authentic. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Like, from like a wall. Oh yeah, this is a wall event. From a like realistic standpoint, it's like a small edition, but from an experiential standpoint, I think it's a pretty big one. Also, how the fuck did your GPU fan just fall off? Dude, that is such a good question. If you could ever tell me and let me know how something like that happens, I would be grateful. It was, well, okay, to be fair, it didn't fall off. I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I heard, and I was like, holy shit, my computer's exploding right now. So I ran over, and I looked, and one of the fans had fallen off, and it was now, like, spinning wildly out of control, but there was, like, a magnet holding it on slightly, so it was, like, flip-flopping around with a weak magnet holding it into place. So now I have 2 fans on my GPU right now, and I gotta go replace it. So that's fun. So I'm not running any intensive GPU stuff, and I'm constantly keeping an eye on my temperature right now. I gotta go handle it, though. Time to light map in Halo 4. Dude, I actually don't think my GPU should light map right now. I think maybe I should have let that thing rest a little. I don't want to... I don't even think I can play, like, games right now. I actually gotta get it fixed, otherwise I think it's gonna be, like, fucked beyond belief. Am I missing any more scenery? I got the street lights. There's only 3 signs. I got those 2 in, and yeah, oh, that's everything. So I can just delete that, I guess. 323. Okay. I need to save you. Did not mean to do that. One more. This should be the last one here. Almost there. Ooh. I have so many of these to do for the AI, but I'm just not even trying to think about all that right now. Okay, that should be everything. I'm going to go ahead and add all of these into my doobly-dooblies. Go there. Okay, strings are showing no errors. That did bring us up to 324, so that's a total of 25 items on the scenery list. Not bad. Not bad. Let's update our scenery list very quickly in the scripts. So in the 300 section, I don't have the list objects. I'm just going to make sure it works visually. So 300, 314, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Good God. All right, 314 to 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay, let's see if it compiles. And while the menu entries won't work, not a valid string, forge 325. Did I mess that up? 324. Oh, it only goes up to 324. Whoops. 25 and 26 can go. Make sure that actually compiled. Okay. Oop. Let's see. Do we have the menu slots for these now? Vice Chancellor still hasn't gotten back to me. Probably because I'm right. They probably want to put that off for as long as possible. Like, oh, we'll just put this off until he graduates. It's fine. Okay, I actually did it all right. No errors. Let's go, dude. Look at all that. They're all in. Scenery list is looking pretty good. Just kind of shoved all the stuff in there that was already in the map. Why not? Alright, in that case, now I gotta make them actually spawnable. So let's do that now. Go to our scenery here. This is gonna become list road. What the fuck did I call? Whatever. Road lamp. Okay, not automatically. You're gonna be list street lamp. Not automatically. Yay. I'm gonna put these together in a little pile. List sign vert. List sign plaza. List sign strip. I call that sign long. Nah, strip sounds more interesting. List junction box. And then list vent or wall vent. Okay, so there's all the scenery. I still need to get the cars, but with all these selected, wait, why is long strip needs to be set? Not automatic. There we go. Okay, with all these selected, all I have to do is put them in the corner in their new home over here. Perfect. Anything placed over here? By the way, do not forge in this corner or your game will crash, because that's where the forge objects spawn. Weird. Okay, anyway. Real Demon! Working overnight until Wednesday. Where's the drink machine? Oh yeah, the soda. Yeah, I ran out of space on the map. Completely ran out of space on the map. Oh my god, scripts turn off. I can't bother to hear that anymore. I ran out completely. List car. Whoops. List bus. Turns out Halo 2's restrictions on items are extremely low. And I was actually way over the limit when I checked earlier today, and I had to end up deleting a bunch of stuff, but now it's good. Okay, that looks pretty good. Roughly in the corner. Boom, save. Alright, so that is all the objects there. That means I can actually add them to the list now. So this is all just for visuals. When it comes to actually spawning them, these are the spawn commands here. So we're going to go 314 to 324. So this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so then we're going to do 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So list floor is fine. After that, I believe it is car. truck. Bus. Wait, why? I can literally look at the menu and double check that this is all correct. Okay, it's road light, street light. I put road lamp, street lamp. And then we go car, truck, bus. Oh wait, shit. Level 10 Megamind. Who you talking to, man? You're just shit talking out into the world, man. You know they should call you Blue Knight because you're sad. Sad, dude. Saying fucking level 9 space cadet. Level 9 space cadet. Your mom. Oh, actually, speaking of your mom, check this out. Check this out. Look at the description for this command, dude. It literally just says, your mom. And then if you scroll up to another similar command, your mom part 2. Absolutely peak, dude. Absolutely peak. Beautiful. Look at that. Wall vent, junction box. Sign strip. Oh, you saw it? Damn. Sign vert. Sign plaza. Okay, let's see where I fucked up, because I feel like I must have fucked up somewhere on this. Compile. Oh, I didn't, dude! Maybe I am the level 10 Megamind. Holy crap, that actually just worked. Alright, let's see if I can spawn all those in. Make sure my floor still works. Oh yeah, this is my new floor as well. Look, it's got ramps on it. It's all ramped. Now the AIs can walk up it. Right, floor still works. Road light. Very nice, very nice. Wait, that's the street light, not the road light. They're backwards! No! Okay, I'll fix their names. No, wait. Yeah, roads are smaller than streets. Anyway, car. Does it always give me a blue one when I spawn it in? Why is it giving me one color every single time? That's so weird. Anyway, wall vent. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Junction box. Sure. Sign strip. It's fine. Sign vert. Sign plaza. Looks good. Well, they all just work. That's pretty great. Getting better at placing those. You can kind of like estimate the angle. That means other than... Oh, so there's two features I want to add. Alright, feature one about adding is... Fuck, I forgot. Oh my god, dude. My brain is so scattered all the time forever. Oh man, I should probably end stream soon, actually. It's getting pretty late. Anyway. Warthog Goss exists, very nice. Heretic Banshee exists, very nice. We got all the scenery stuff. We gotta do all the AI. All the AI have to work. I also have to do this. Listen to this. See how I'm scrolling? I'm actually scrolling into a void beyond here. I need to set hard limits, because there's a bug. If I go to grunt, and then I scroll up one more time, then I press A, we get like a super bugged out state that happens. So I need to make a hard limit so you cannot scroll past these areas. And, yeah. Then that'll fix that bug. Then we add a bunch of AI. And last but not least, I'm going to do a map erase button that deletes everything on the entire map, including the pre-placed objects. So that way you can completely clear out the entire map and get the maximum amount of stuff that can be placed down. Kind of like a delete all button from Reach, but for every single object instantaneously. My entry is null. Yeah, there shouldn't be any more null entries on the list as far as I know. I think the only null entries is just in the AI section. Even the vehicles section is final now. There's nothing beyond the Scarab. Scarab! Yeah! Love this thing. You know what, dude? This is a well-earned Pelican break. I'm just gonna fly the Pelican around the map a little bit and just brain off. Take a shower? Yeah, that's right. You stink. You freaking stink, dude. Get in that fucking shower. Oh, I get to admire the cool waves. It's actually way harder to do these waves than you would expect. It is actually rather tricky. And it's funny because the water in Halo 2, they, instead of making it so that the water can, like, fade at a certain, like, distance from the ground, you instead have to make a perfect piece of geometry that's UV mapped just right, and then you put it over the top of the water, and that's how you get it to fade the actual water plane. I had to manually choose exactly how far it faded and place the water fade strip directly across all the water there. It obviously worked, but it was just very interesting, a little bit odd. Oh shit, actually one more thing I have to do is figure out how the hell to make it so this water is like actual water, because when I shoot it, there's no water effects at all. I'm not sure how to do that, to be honest. Some Halo Poo Forge. This feels like a dream out of childhood. Yeah, look, it works. It works very well. It's even got like AI and stuff. It's like a full Halo 2 playground. Spawn in all the stuff you want, including enemies.
Look, enemy.
Actually, there's only one thing I need. An energy sword. Nice. And now we get to add a shit ton of AI to the list, which will make this mod absolutely goated beyond belief. Modded Gamer, thank you for the 3!
Condor in Halo 2 when?
Oh, no. Halo, we're good on the Halo 2 Condor. We're good. The Halo 3 Condor was already a whole thing. I'm not that into the Condor anymore. The Halo 3 Condor and how challenging that was has severely turned me off from the idea of doing anything Condor related literally ever again. Oh my fucking... I forgot about this. I completely forgot about that. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Why did I have to remember this right now? Halo 2 has this funny, quirky thing that it does. Okay. Notice, there's the sun. Alright. Sun's right there. Shadows on all the... Look, that makes sense. The sun's over there. Shadows cast. Everything makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me. Does that make sense to you guys? That makes sense to me. The problem arises when you look at the Pelican right here. Look at its dynamic shadow, which is a little broken, admittedly, but just look at the shadow. And the lighting on the object itself. The highlight is coming from that direction. That is because the lighting... I don't know why Halo 2 is like this. I'm so mad I forgot this, because I had to remember this so many times before. The lighting should be, if I remember correctly, coming from a point about here, because all object lighting comes from the origin point of the map. So if I place the Pelican here, look at its shadow. its shadow, the light, is now here. In fact, we can find out the exact point. If I go into Blender right now, we can find the exact origin point of the map. It is in the street, in the back of the street right here. So theoretically, if I go there, I think it should be there. If I go there to that part of the street here, we should be able to watch in real time as the shadow moves. Oh yeah, look at that, the shadow's on the opposite side now. The correct side, actually. This is the direction the lighting should be coming from for the entire map, because obviously the sun is up there. The reason this sucks is because it's easy to move my entire map in Blender. Literally, all I have to do is go into Blender, select everything, and then just, you know, move it. The problem arises because all of the streetlights and stuff I placed down, like an idiot, instead of using Blender to place them down, I did them all by hand. Actually, I placed everything in the entire map down by hand. Including all the... Well, okay, moving the forge objects is not that bad, but, like... That kind of sucks wieners, dude. That kind of sucks wieners. You have literally to offset your map. There's no way that's how it works. I swear that's how it works. Watch this. Here, I'll open Headlong for multiplayer. Oh, they actually fucked it up. Headlong actually has fucked up shadows because it's on the origin point. Unless there's some magical way to move the origin point that I'm just not aware of. If you look in campaign, the entire map is offset on the grid. The whole thing. Where else? Earth City 4. Or let me open this one. The entire level here, minus the bridge part, is all offset. I guess it's possible that there's like a sun shadow like light map direction thingy maybe. Isn't that only offset because it's one BSP part? Maybe, but I know, trust me, the reason I know this is because when I made Mega Coagulation, this was a problem. The shadows would rotate around the origin point, and I had to move the whole map to fix it. Maybe there's like a way to offset it manually. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna check the light mapper for it. Let me go scenarios, Mombasa battle. Here's my light map. Poop definitions. Yeah, this is all for the actual light mapping settings that I was changing, so there isn't anything for it here. I guess it could be in the scenario structure BSP. Maybe there's something in it for it in there. Yo, have a good one, Candles. Good seeing you. I appreciate it. Cluster info. Nothing relating to that. Debug, fog zones, water definition, nothing there. Let's just check the full-on scenario. Could be something for it there. We didn't have the music for so long. Alright, let's look for anything related to lights here. Let's also always draw sky. Okay. Oh, maybe it's in the sky tag, actually? Let me see. Oh, I probably should have had that on for the... Well, whatever. We have atmospheric fog, ambient lights, cube maps. Sky fog, patchy fog, lights. But that's just for the sun and the sky. This is the radiosity of the sun itself. Oh, that's nice. They have a rotation. I don't think I actually... Yeah, it's just the origin point. The origin point controls everything. I have to offset my map. You know, it's honestly not a huge deal. I might just not offset the map and be lazy. It really doesn't affect anything. I don't believe that you say. You may not believe it, but I can tell you with certainty that it is what it is. I have the proof. It's in the pudding. Here's my pelican. That was my pelican. That still was my pelican. Look at it. Actually, now I'm confused because the shadow's coming from, like, the correct direction. Sort of. Kind of. Yeah, the shadow's actually coming from the completely correct direction now. And now it's coming from a more sideways direction. God damn it, dude. 0, 0, 0. Thank you. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just tripping balls and that's now just not affecting it anymore. Sure, you know what? In the sky tag, try checking fixed in world space or sky cast light from the ledge. Nah, it's whatever. It don't matter. It seems like the sun is shining correctly right now. And it's not moving. Maybe it's like a bug in MCC or something. Because now it's just working all of a sudden. My shadow is actually casting from the correct direction. It's not rotating around the origin point anymore. Weird. I don't know. I can't really seem to reproduce it. Oh, well. Is H2A modding even possible? The multiplayer version, yeah. When it comes to modding H2A campaign, I think you have to mod the pre-built maps. I don't know if it's possible to make like a Halo 2 campaign mission and then build it and then still get anniversary graphics. I don't think you can. Oh, I'm getting tired. All right, so there's two. Let's go to the list. Consult the list. We added all that. That's all good now. Oh, you guys missed it. Oh, that was a satisfying delete. Instant replay. Here's the list. We added all those. When in Forge Mode, I'm not sure if I want this, but I was gonna say add AI allegiance to. So basically, I was gonna make it so the AI ignore you when you're in Forge Mode. They just like don't even want to fight you necessarily, which could be good for like AI battles and stuff if you just want to watch instead of being shot at. So I'm gonna make it when you are in Forge Mode, the AI, all AIs will be allied with you on all teams, and then the moment you exit Forge Mode, you lose the allies, and then they're all enemies to you again, except for, you know, the humans, of course. And then there's going to be a utility that I'm going to add that's going to clean up the map, essentially. So it'll just nuke the entirety of the map. And all of this is really easy. And then the last thing is add checks for menu scrolling overflow. And that's it. Oh, right. Actually, one last thing. Add all AI to list. Boom. So So with everything added as it is right now, I'm going to save. We're going to build the map, and we're just going to we're going to double check that it actually builds and doesn't die and explode. It should be just fine. We're going to make sure that. Wait for it. I think we're already there. No, not yet. Do it explode? Nope. It still worked. We got our simulation definition table built with no issues. That's good. That means the map builds without any issue. It should run an MCC perfectly. Wonder if I should run a tutorial in game for this, where every time you start it says run through tutorial, yes or no. Or maybe like a button that would activate a script for the tutorial. That could be smart. There's no errors, okay? This mod is perfect. How dare you even suggest that there are errors? You sick fuck. Right, anyway, I'm gonna go stand up and stretch my legs real quick. I will be right back. All right. You guys joined in time just to catch a share stream? You sure did. Check this out. Look at this cool stuff we got. Not only is the map prettier and better looking, we got menu sounds. And a bunch of new items. Wait, these are invalid? But I added these. Hold on. Oh, I didn't compile scripts and then save it, did I? Save. There we go. I didn't save it before. Now it should be good. There we go. We got the lights. Got a whole bunch of all the new cars and stuff you can place down.
Isn't H2AC using a separate engine to apply the updated graphics? So in theory you would have to get access to that engine, right? Which is def easier said than done.
Yes, that is correct. And thank you for the 420. So to explain how it works, it's pretty much the same way that like Oblivion Remastered works, which is Oblivion runs the original game engine. Oblivion Remastered runs the Oblivion game engine, but obviously with some edits and changes. And then on top of that, they're running Unreal Engine 5 for all the visuals, and then just like model replacing, lighting replacing, etc., etc. Halo 2 Anniversary, which obviously came out way before it. Same with Halo CE Anniversary is the same thing. They're running Halo 2 underneath the hood. It's Halo 2. But then on top of it is I think it's Saber Interactive's custom engine, which is running basically a bunch of stuff to, at real time, just replace all of the particle bitmaps and models and shaders and everything. So basically what happens is you have two game engines running at once, but the second game engine, Saber's proprietary game engine, is just applying visuals only. It's a purely visual thing. There's no like collision calculations. All of that happens on the Halo 2 engine underneath, but all the visuals get replaced. So Saber's engine is also using like Halo 2's skeletons for all the characters and everything, so that way all the animations are exactly the same. It's just literally only the visuals like are what changes. But yeah, so you can't actually, as far as I know, nobody's made any tools to edit Saber's proprietary engine. I wouldn't be surprised if some people had like poked in like a custom model here or there, but nobody's made any releases of tools to like swap stuff out, because it would take a lot of time and you'd have to be very technically minded to know how that works. I heard it was going to be the Reach engine for CE Remake according to Rebs. Yeah, I heard that thing from Rebs. Obviously, you know, take that with a grain of salt because there's no guarantee that's absolutely true, but if Rebs leaker is accurate, I actually, the more I thought about it, I do think it is a good idea for Halo Studios. If any of you guys that don't know what I'm talking about, Rebs came out with a leak the other day saying they had a very believable source, and Rebs has been right about some things in the past. So basically what the leak said is that the new Halo game, which is a CE remake, is actually running off of the Halo Reach engine underneath, with Unreal Engine on top of it, basically like how the Halo 2 Anniversary works, or how Oblivion, more similar to Oblivion Remastered. So but basically what they're doing is they're taking the last stable, like really, really stable Halo engine, which is the Reach engine, which if you're going back and like through the history of all the versions of Halo, and you want to pick the most stable, good, feature-packed one, it's Reach. That is the correct choice. So that honestly lent a little bit of credibility to me, because having worked in the mod tools for a long time, I was like, yeah, if they had somebody smart at the helm deciding to do that as a choice, running the Halo engine underneath and then running visuals through Unreal Engine over the top, you would want to pick Reach. For example, obviously Bungie didn't have access to the Halo 4 engine, but like Halo 4 is just like a heavily modified, edited version of Reach. But when Bungie left, they got to keep their Halo Reach engine, and that's what they built Destiny off of. Destiny is actually built off of Halo Reach's engine. But if you think about it, Reach is the perfect starting point because, I'm going to be honest, dude, having worked on Halo 4 a decent amount with the Halo 4 mod tools, the Halo 4 engine is fucking... There are some really good upgrades, but I'm not going to lie, dude, it's fucking messy, dude. It's rather messy. And it would not surprise me if they kind of were like, yeah, man, back when 343 was first founded and we started like editing the engine, we kind of fucked with it a bit too much. It made it a bit too unstable, and there's a lot of things visually that are bad about Halo 4's engine, and technically that are kind of weird about Halo 4's engine, especially the lighting system. Not that it would be running a lighting system anyway. I don't know. I think Reach is... That lent some believability to me, because as a modder, I would say Reach is the last most stable Halo engine, and is... Genuinely, you can still make some pretty incredible modern stuff with Reach, but it sounds like what the leak says is that they're taking the Reach engine and they are building off of it. So, like, if you think about it as like a branching path, you have Halo Reach's engine here, and then Bungie splits off for Destiny, and then 343 splits off with Halo 4, and they both edit the Reach engine. Then you get the Halo 4 engine and the Destiny engine. So they're 343 is circling back to the original starting point, the Reach engine, and doing a brand new path forward off of the Reach engine. Allegedly. Allegedly. We don't know if that's true, but that's what the leak claims. And then they don't have to worry about upgrading Reach's visuals, because they're just using the logic, the collision, and all of that, and the gameplay of Reach. And then visually, they're just going to run Unreal Engine 5 off of it, so they don't really have to give a shit about how anything looks in the Reach engine, so to speak. And so instead, they can just use the greatness of Reach's engine, which is like the Halo feel, the built-in functionality of everything that feels like really good Halo, and then they can just rely on Unreal Engine for extremely modern graphics. Which, honestly, is not bad. But could be bad if they don't optimize the Unreal Engine part of the game. Unreal Engine 5 is very pretty, but is really fucking unoptimized and not natural. You can optimize your Unreal Engine 5 game, but by default, it is very unoptimized. And if you don't know what you're doing and you just use all of Unreal Engine 5's brand new features that are like the AI powered, enhanced, and using nanite and ultra global lumen illumination, probably you don't want to use all that shit. Maybe have it as an optional feature, but realistically, you could make a really optimized Unreal Engine 5 game working off a very similar workflow to Unreal Engine 4, but with the updates and upgrades. If they do that, I'll be really happy, but there's a lot of Unreal Engine 5 games that are coming out lately, which some of you guys have probably played, that are really fucking laggy and unoptimized. If you build an Unreal Engine 5 game with the same logic and workflow as Unreal Engine 4, your game will still look incredible, it'll still look like an Unreal Engine 5 game, but it won't lag your ass off. You won't lag your ass off with it. So hopefully, if that rumor is true, Halo Studios can utilize Unreal Engine 5 properly and not use the crutches that Unreal provides with things like Lumen and Nanite just powering through and just shitting the bed everywhere. I really hope that is the case. Anyway, long story short, if that rumor is true, from a modding standpoint, I'm sad, because that means it would be really hard to mod the next Halo game. In any way, like, complex. You could still mod it the old school way. You think they'll bring back features of changing engines, like changing to CE visuals? I doubt it. Probably what they'll do is just have Halo Reach logic under the hood, and then not even bother with creating visuals for the Reach side of things. They're probably just gonna, if any of that is true, they'll probably not do a game underneath and just design the visuals completely in Unreal. Alright. What was I doing? Need my list. I can't do the overflow yet. I have to do that step last because I have to add the AI to the list first. Utility to clean up the entire map. I'm going to try this really quick. This should actually be a very, very easy utility to add. Let me do this. Under utilities, duplicate. We'll add a new utility beneath toggle AI, which I'll call... call it clear map. Clear map. What do you guys think? If I'm gonna have a thing that deletes all objects in the map, should I call it delete all or like clear map? I think I'm gonna do delete all. That's more literal. It makes sense. Custom browser for mods? God, I wish, dude. I don't think it's ever gonna happen, but that would be my biggest dream come true. Alright, we have the delete all in. I'm gonna add that to the list real quick. Actually, I might have to do a relatively large, I have to do a relatively large thing for this. Here, okay, so we have volume test objects, list count. So basically what I would need to do is, I would need to get a list of all objects in the volume using this function. Or no, I would do this. Volume return objects by type, and then I would do scenery, crate, vehicle, character. No, I think I would just delete everything. And then I would have an exception for the player. I would do everything with this, with an exception for the player, and I would get it as a list, and then I would delete literally everything until there is only one object left, which would be the player. I think I'm gonna have to create an entire thing for this. I'm gonna just do this for 500, so this will be 503. I'm just gonna have it go. Talcas! Good to see you! Thank you so much for 16 months! Hey buddy, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing some fancy stuff. We're going to set delete all objects to true here, and then we're going to make that a Boolean, global Boolean delete all objects false. And then what I'm going to have to do is make a brand spanking new function for this. Oh, same with the menu AI toggle. Okay, so this isn't the first time. I just forgot about this. Okay, yeah, we'll make a brand new script for this. It's grinding this mod. You know how it is? I do. I've been grinding this mod. It's been a whole thing. Script continuous, delete all, menu, delete all, menu, delete all. So, we're gonna do a, start this with a sleep until equals delete all objects true. So we're waiting, sitting here waiting until that menu button is pressed, basically. And now we'll decide in the line after that menu button is pressed, it'll begin to the next line, which we will first need a gigantic trigger volume for that will basically cover the whole map. Let's give it a large extent. So I'm actually going to not cover the entire map, but I'm going to cover most of the map because this corner here has all the forge objects, and it could theoretically cause errors by deleting some of the forge objects. So instead, what I'm going to do is anything that is basically past the forge object area, I'm going to delete. Up to, let's say, here, for no reason in particular. So this is going to be called delete all zone. There we go. Now the delete all zone. Oh, delete all zone exists. So Forge and Halo 3 is all scripting too? No, no. Forge and Halo 3 is like an actual built-in mode. Halo 2 just doesn't have that built-in mode, so I low-key just had to script it all. And it honestly has worked out pretty good. So, no complaints there. It took a while to make something actually functional with this, but it's pretty good. We even got AI and stuff. I can pick up literally anything. It's kind of crazy. I even had some of the AI Marines get in the Scarab. The Scarab vehicle had, which was pretty fun. Jank, thank you for the 2!
With Havoc in Unreal now, what is the point in making the remake in Reach? Also, the rumor contained that higher-ups forced devs to remove Sprint because gamers hate that. Secret owned Def Evil. Hope none of that is real.
I think I could have sworn, maybe I didn't read all of everything correctly, but I could have sworn that it was actually that they did keep Sprint, but it was going to be in CE. But you said with Havoc and Unreal, well, you make a good point that Unreal has physics, and I didn't even know it was Havoc specifically. I just knew that it had a really solid physics system. But if I had to guess, if that rumor is true, and I think through why that might happen, where they would use Reach as a foundation underneath the visual layer of Unreal Engine, it would be because you would get the benefits of having the Reach engine, which is a very like Halo vibe engine. It's got all of like the logic, the movement, the Halo feel, the classic everything that it's got. Plus they can still edit the engine and modify the Reach engine, which works great. So you basically have the Halo feel down. It's all the way back to Reach. Everything feels really good. Reach is a great engine. With honestly just you can just modify it with add stuff that you want, and then you don't have to worry really about doing anything crazy to the engine because you don't need to add amazing graphics to it because all of the visuals are handled by the Unreal Engine layer on top of that. So it's like it's kind of like, if that is the case, the reason I would imagine that they are doing that is because you get the perfect Halo feel, the perfect Halo vibe of everything. It's authentic Halo running underneath with the most modern graphics that the best game engine can provide. And it also saves you a shit ton of time, because if they were trying to recreate Halo in Unreal Engine, it would take years. It would take them literal years to do that. Or you could just use the existing Halo engine and make a Halo game in that, and then just upgrade the graphics by running Unreal Engine 5 over it. Theoretically, if that is true, is actually a really smart decision on their part. I've heard people being disappointed with that or feeling weird about it, but like logically, it makes a ton of sense. It makes a ton of sense. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, yes, I acknowledge that it's just a leak. It could be completely fake, and there's no reason for me to put any stock into it. But just logicking it out, yeah, no, that makes complete sense. People don't understand how these engines work. They just assume everything. Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than it seems at first, but I don't know. I would argue it's actually in some ways simpler as well. How does that help all the developers who have trouble learning Blam Slipspace because of Microsoft contractor policy? Doesn't really. People still got to learn Reach. Though, for whatever it's worth, Reach is so much easier to learn than even Halo 4's engine. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but if you need to sit down and teach someone Halo Reach, you're going to have a much easier time than having them sit down to learn Halo 4, and God forbid whatever monstrosity Infinite's engine has become. Whatever Halo Infinite's engine is, I can't even imagine how hard it is to learn because of how fucking wild and insane it must be. How do they mess up Slipspace Habit? I don't know. I don't want to know. Halo 4 already starts to get messy. I've never had the opportunity to peek under the hood at Halo 5, but there's a shit ton of new features in 5, so I'm terrified to know. And I got to peek under the hood at Infinite when I was modding it, and while I couldn't see everything, I could see a lot, dude. It was like so over. It's literally the exact same shit, same engine as Halo 2. All of the fucking skeleton is there, but it's just everything has like a trillion more options, and I'm like, oh my god, it looks like a nightmare to get anything done in. They could touch up slow space, maybe. I don't know. They're just better and cheaper to switch. Are tested billion dollar engine. I mean, yeah, like if you're trying to make the best looking, most modern game, you're going to want to use Unreal Engine 5, right? Because it already exists. You don't have to spend years and millions of dollars creating your own engine. So you just use Unreal Engine 5. But obviously, if you want the Halo vibe, you're going to want to use the Halo engine. But obviously, Infinite's engine's over-engineered and shit. So you're going to go back to the last engine that actually like was really consolidated and just worked really well, which would be Reach's engine. So that's why the logic just makes perfect sense to me. Like, I don't know if I'm not going to believe it until I actually see an announcement from Halo Studios, but like, it makes a lot of sense. It could be total bullshit. I don't actually know, but it makes a shit ton of sense. And honestly, if it's true, I'm happy because that's a really good decision. Hey! Dishonored American! Thank you for 29 months! Much, much appreciated. Said 29 months. That's a prime number. It probably is. I don't remember. But thank you for 29 months. That makes you a prime member. Nice. Nice! Reach has amazing visuals and lighting. Arguably, I would say Halo 3's lighting and visuals were better. I mean, Reach's and it like technically are better, but I just prefer the bright, vibrant visuals that Halo 3 could produce. Reach, they purposefully toned all of that down in order to get a more gritty look. I want to disbelieve it like you said, but it makes sense from a cache standpoint. Not just a cache standpoint, but also a time standpoint. You save a lot of time. Instead of rebuilding the entire Halo experience in Unreal Engine and having to hire Unreal Engine exclusive devs, you can reuse people who know Halo's engine, but in a much more simplified way, and you can just have Unreal Engine running atop it. It's a really good time and value proposition, genuinely. It makes business sense. And when that's the thing, is like, it makes a lot of business sense, so I'm like, Reach has a lot of filters and blur. Well, you wouldn't be seeing Reach in this hypothetical. If the rumor is true, you wouldn't actually be seeing any of Reach. You wouldn't be seeing the engine at all. Reach would just be running under the hood. You would have the physics and the like movement and whatever animations going through the Reach engine, and everything else you would visually be seeing is all Unreal Engine 5. Bungie choose amazing color palette. Yeah, Bungie was really great with their art direction. They had such great talented artists. And I mean, I will say Halo Studios has amazing and talented artists too. Like, as much as I shit on Halo 4 and 5's art style, like from an objective standpoint, it's amazing. Like Halo 5's like Covenant design, for example, is fucking phenomenal. It just looks really shitty if you're trying to imagine it's the Halo Covenant aliens. But like objectively, it looks incredible. I mean, compared to Halo 3, yeah, no, I hear you. Reach was way more toned down and subdued and like grungier and desaturated compared to Halo 3 and like pretty much ever. Even if you look at like Forge World, which should be like super vibrant and nice, still feels kind of washed out in Reach. So I still love it. I think it's beautiful, but like if you're just doing a direct comparison between like Halo 3's The Covenant and like Forge World and Reach, it's still a bit like washed out. All right, I'm gonna have to grab this command. We're gonna do list get volume return objects. Okay, we're gonna do where am I? We're gonna do list get volume return objects, and then we have to do volume return objects. And then we have the delete all zone. So that gives us every single object in the entire thing. And then going to do 0 to start with. So this is the first item in all of the entire map zone. So what I'm going to do is have another global variable. Global short DEO counter 0. All right, now that we have a counter, I don't know if I needed that to be a global. Maybe I could have done that as like a variable that just exists, but I don't know. It's been a long time since I did this stuff. I don't remember. Delete object. All right, so delete object, rotation logic. Where is my delete all? Slot 503. All right, here it is. Was near the bottom. So what we want to do is first we need to make basically a loop. I don't know if Lisp supports like a built-in loop type thing, so I might have to just do a really crappy cursed loop logic thingy here, like basically like a for loop. Let me think about this. This is a bad time to do it when I'm very tired, but we'll figure it out. Set our variable DEO counter, and we're going to set it to DEO counter +1. And actually, I'm going to have this go to -1. I think shorts can be -1, right? Let me see. Probably fine. So then we will grab object 0 from there. But what we're going to do is run object delete. Is it object delete or destroy? Destroy, okay. So object destroy, and then we'll just grab everything that's on the list. That's not it. That is it. Here. All right, so let's just imagine this command, object destroy. So like that. This would delete everything, whatever is found in that zone. And then we're going to do an if statement. Instead of 0, I'm going to do DEO counter, which is a short, so it should be a valid variable to put in there. And then we're going to run an if statement on this, though, because this will literally delete everything, player included. So we're going to do if this is... Let's first put our if statement down here. So if the object that is being detected currently on the current pass is the player, then print hello player, and then I'll just run another if statement just to be lazy and gross. If it is not the player, destroy the object. And then how many does it? It's a max of 128. So basically, you set that, it +1s on the counter, and then it runs through everything, and then we'll have a third if statement. God, I love these if statements. If DEO counter is equal to 127, then we will set DEO counter to -1, and then set delete all objects to false. Theoretically, in an ideal world, that just works. I don't actually know if I can make shorts into negative numbers, but if I can, then this works. Whoa. So we're gonna give it a try. So I know that I have added the functionality into the menu, but I gotta make sure that the functionality shows up in the menu as a text piece, which it does not, so we'll add that now. 503 to 503, save. I feel like this is scary. It's like a nuclear bomb about to go off because it'll literally delete every object. Let's see. So we should see if this worked, every single street light around us should disappear. Oh wait, there's one thing I need to do. One last thing, which is my great discovery that I wish I knew before, which is to do a instant sleep until. And then this will go, and then it should run through, and then it should reset itself back to 0 after every object detected gets deleted. So here goes nothing. Hopefully this doesn't crash everything. Oh, I forgot to do the special case, I think, for is not object. And then object, wait, if I'm not, if is not object is true. How did I do this? Player test reset, set is not spawn object, set spawn object. If is not object is false. That doesn't matter, that doesn't affect us. Menu AI toggle, sleep until AI active toggle is true. Okay, so that just disables the object spawning method, and then, okay, got it. So this should work. Forgot how I set all this shit up, man. All right, let's give it a try. Let's try again. Do we delete everything? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Did I compile? I might not have compiled. Try again. Okay, it did not work. So what we do is on 503, set is not object is true. Oh, you know what? I might know exactly what's happening. Just in case, I know that I don't need to do it in this particular case, but I never know. I forgot to do my little begins here. So we do set DEO counter to DEO counter +1. If list get return all volumes by and delete all zone, DEO counter player 0. Print. Yo, Gyarados, thank you for the $5.
Words and brackets along with numbers
Yo,
in my Halo.
You're damn right. This is what they call geometry, I think. And let me tell you, it looks nice to my eyes. And I do, in fact, like it sometimes. Yay. Okay, maybe that fixes it. I didn't have my begin function set, and I think that should hopefully help. Is it doing anything? It doesn't feel like it's doing anything. Oh. Okay. We have a value called DEO counter. It gets set to +1. Then if I am detected as the item from weights. Am I mistaking something here? List get returns an item and okay, no, that's fine. I am returning an item. So we do object destroy, and then we're grabbing from the delete all zone whatever object is at DEO counter. Maybe because I set it to -1. I'll set it to 0. And then set it back to 0. And then maybe what I need to do is set a DEO counter after there. Yeah, that should maybe make the logic work out better. Well, it's not giving me any script errors, so that's promising. What? This should now be active. Is delete all objects not set to true here? 503 set delete all objects to true. Print delete all objects is true. I'm gonna do some debugging here. And then print delete all function is activated. Or script. Okay, it says it's looping through. It went through the whole thing, but also didn't delete anything. Am I missing something here? Object destroy, object. Boom. Oh, wait, I can just do object destroy all. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I literally... deletes all non-player objects. Why? Ugh! Looks like Python, but it's not Python. It's Lisp. Dude. Okay, we're gonna ignore that whole script that I wrote that like cycles through everything. Instead, we're gonna try this. Object destroy all. Yeah, right. Problem with that is though, it deletes the forge monitor. Can I get back in the forge monitor if that happens though? Yeah, actually I can. Okay. Oh, I messed that up. It should say load checkpoint there. Wait. If I delete all, and then where's the menu? Oh, no, right. Oh, dude, my forge function is so solid. I love that that actually just works perfectly with it. Nice. Okay, well, here's an idea. I had this whole function written out. I'm going to do this. We're not going to do object destroyer all right away. I'm actually going to do set delete all objects to true. So I'm going to reuse this function real quick. And what I want to happen is that it'll pop up a different menu. Oh, wait. Big brain, dude. Big brain. Hold up. Brain is large. Nah, I'm not going to do that. There's just a lot of complexity. I was going to make a yes-no selection, but with the way my map or my menu set up, I would have to, like, do a lot of stuff. So I guess I can delete the menu delete all script here. That's totally useless now. Which was a cool script though. But no, completely useless. Okay, well that's a great function to have. It's a little scary that it's just right there next to toggle AI though. Someone's gonna accidentally hit that, dude. Somebody's accidentally gonna delete AI while trying to, or delete everything while trying to toggle AI and just be like, no! Alright, do any of you guys have any more suggestions as far as this menu goes? I'm genuinely curious, because right now, functions or utilities, why it's save, checkpoint, load, checkpoint, toggle AI, delete all objects. Oil up, I don't want to. I don't want to. If not, then I'm gonna put this list for my tomorrow schedule, and can I make the menu have a trait? I knew you were gonna say that. Maybe toggle AI above save. I think save and load checkpoints are pretty important, but not a bad idea. Wish I could color this red or something, or maybe I will add a double check thing where it's like, are you sure about that? Are you really super sure about that? Yeah, whatever. Able to change location of the menu to be at the bottom right instead? No, sadly I can't. Not as far as I know. The menu, the way that I'm using the menu right now, is a what do you call it? A hint. Like when it says holds forward to walk. That's all the menu is. I'm just hijacking the hint to print what looks like a menu in that text instead. And the visual of what that hint says changes depending on what the logic of my script is at. So if my menu ID is 100 at Ghost and I press right trigger, the menu ID in the script changes to 101, which changes the hint on screen to show this piece of text instead. Yeah, very hacky, very. But it works, so no complaints from me. Look at this, man. We got the Heretic Banshee. That's pretty cool. Just that if you fuck up, you just end up saving. Yeah, I'll think about reorganizing that, because that could have some pretty rough implications. Can I fit a Banshee through this door? I do not think so. Ooh, but I could fit a Banshee through the window. Gmod house. Oh, since it's a single player, you get Banshee bombs. Let's go. Possession, the menu would be cool. I'm not sure if that's something I can enable. I don't know if you can enable cheats through scripts. Delete all. Do you need to drive a grunt? Well, you would be the grunt, 100%. You would just literally become it. You wouldn't even see it in third person. You would just fully be the grunt. Oh yeah, dude. I am actually gonna have to move the map. Notice how the sun is right there, but it's not shining on me at all. But my gun is getting reflections from over there of all places. And then watch, if I go over here, I'll probably be able to pinpoint the exact location reflections are coming from. That actually sucks, man. I'm gonna have to replace a bunch of stuff. Oh wait, the sun? It's coming from over there again? Hold up, I'm almost there. Let's see, let's see. How far do I have to go down the street before... Why is it that the sun is coming from there now? I'm gonna go run game speed 10. Look, the sun is actually coming from the correct direction now. What? I'm so confused. Why is it half the time the sun is correct and the other half the time the sun isn't correct? Make it make sense. Why is it working now? I don't get it. I was literally just over here and all my reflections were coming from that direction. Whatever, dude. I don't even care. I don't give a fuck. It works. Alright, and this is a good place for me to hop off for the night. I have my work cut out for me, and I'm going to try getting all of this done tomorrow in the morning and early afternoon. So by the time I get on stream, I mean, hopefully this mod is just actually done. So I'm going to hop out of here. Rare 3 hour, almost 4 hour. I've been doing a lot of 4 hour streams the past few days. I'm out of here, though. Massive shout out to all of you who tipped. We destroyed the daily tip goal. I really appreciate it. Everybody who super chatted as well. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I will, and all the new members as well, and returning members, I see you. Post in supporter chat, or else I'll be mad. But thank you so much for your continued membership. I appreciate you very, very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I should be live again around the usual time of 6 p.m. So keep your eyes peeled. Make sure you're subscribed with notification bell, or you have your notifications on in the Discord server when I announce it. That said, I have been your modder man for the night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully for release. Bye-bye.